Hello, everybody watching. If there's anybody watching, my name is Eggoless, a variety series, social variety. Even I don't know what I'm going to do most days. Today, I decided like an hour ago, we're going to be jumping into Palace of the Dead. I have not done it before. I think I picked up a quest, but I've never actually been in there. Got Teague and Yacht and other weird hanging out over on Discord. So we're going to jump into it. I don't know if any of them have ever done it before, but we're going to jump in. But before I do that, I'm going to actually hit Stream Raiders here because I updated it, then actually forgot to launch the button again. So give me 30 seconds here to relaunch it. Gotta love when they're like, you got an update, man. Like, dude, couldn't you have done that at any other time except for when I'm gonna go live? Because that would have been... But that would have been far, far too convenient. I've got stuff. Let me fix that here. There we go. For some reason, Yod decided to hang out on top of everybody else. Alright, so let's get that going here. For those of you who don't know, it's basically a big old game of rock, paper, scissors. Click the link, it'll show up in the chat right now. And yeah, put something down. Anything. Doesn't even matter. Let me mute some of these over here so I don't see it. There we go. Done. I didn't get the second one. Alright, there we go. You'll see your little green thingy show up if you're going to put down a good one. Or not. It doesn't matter. Oh, apparently monks are my daily, so even better. Alright, that is done. Let me throw these things down and switch over here. And theoretically, Final Fantasy's there. Alright, at least I got that one going. Okay, done. Let me go ahead and unmute them. Let's undeafen myself over here and see what the hell we're doing. Okay.
You're back.
I am back. I've got my ramble done.
Your what?
My ramble at the beginning of a stream.
Oh, ramble.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Let me form a group here. Yeah, I haven't done Palace of the Dead. I think I picked up the quest, but I definitely haven't been in.
That's okay. I think you just have to be level 17.
Yeah. We just watched a video there before we started. I'm like, what is this again? Yeah, let me look to see. Gentleman, Gully. Okay. They must have done it. So did you guys pick it up or have you guys done it before?
I have done it once or twice.
Okay, so you've got that.
I have not.
I know you pick it up in New Gridania. Yeah. Is it South Gridania that it goes to? I think so. After that. So if you head to New Gridania, it should be in the inn or the Adventurers Guild, whatever it's called there.
Okay.
Just checking. What was the quest called again?
Something of the Dead.
That'd be funny if that was its actual name.
It's the Something of the Dead. Woo! Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the right spot. There's like a million people here.
I was gonna say, there's a lot of people over here, so yeah, I think it's this guy, the Woodwalter Expedition. Yes, okay, cool. So I found the right place.
Yeah. No, I'm not 100% sure, but I spoke with Crosswind today, so he might show up. I can't remember, but if he does, I know it's 4-man stuff, so I can step out and level with him a bit.
Well, we'll see what happens when he gets here, because I've been nursing a migraine all day, so maybe it'll be good timing. I know. Well, like I said, I do not want to get out of bed. Okay. So I must have picked up that quest, because I don't see it. So where do I go?
Quarry Mill in South Gridania.
Quarry Mill? Teleport.
You're going in on your scholar, Eggo?
I figured, yeah, I'll go with the scholar.
That's quite alright, because I'll,
You still leveling Red Mage?
you know, I'm doing what I can, really.
Whatever.
Whatever you feel like that day. And if you don't feel like playing it, you just pick up a new job.
Right? Because I got two classes that I like a lot. So it's kind of like branching out. It's like, ew.
That's pretty much me with tanking. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll branch out. I'm like, ugh.
Is
Oh,
it the expedition bishop?
Yeah, no. The wood whaler expeditionary captain.
Oh, there it is, wood whaler. Okay, so I must have done, or at least picked up that quest because I have that.
Okay.
Yay
Wait
me.
till Yod gets here because I'm pretty sure it's just pick up, go to some random person, and then come here. This should be rather quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the quest. I'm teleporting now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I really haven't done anything with this. The video's like, yeah, you start as level 1 and just kill shit in open chests. And I'm like, okay, cool. That sounds simple enough.
I have some story quests I should be doing too. Or well, I mean, yeah, I have to finish the story and but job quests.
Yeah,
And I picked up Gunbreaker, but I haven't played it yet. I'll pick it up. We'll see, because like I really like Dark Knight, and I'm like really comfortable playing it now, so we'll see how it goes with Gunbreaker.
Hi, Mr. Marco. Marco decided to come say, give me food.
Well, no, that makes sense because the daylight savings, right? You know, like for us it's only 7, but for them it would be 8 because they don't care. So this is usually when they start being annoying, and the rest of their food goes off earlier.
Yeah. Plus Marco's a big pig.
They both are.
This fixes it.
Oh right, I was pulling up Stream Raiders and then I got distracted. I assume you're doing Stream Raiders today.
Yes, Stream Raiders is already up and going.
Apparently Marco gave up.
Yeah,
he just switches back and forth. Yeah. He's like, Jeff was mean to me. He was mean. And the only comfort I have is food.
I had to fix the extra life counter because I had it still set for the counter, so it's like 84 hours, and I'm like, no.
Not quite.
Like, still going strong.
Yeah. Like, hold on, let me switch that to yearly mode.
What is going on? Why am I in combat? Why did I just get a drop? What is happening?
Is somebody fighting something?
I mean, I just killed something.
Oh, maybe it's that then.
Apparently you killed something and T got the rewards.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, I was like, it's like, you obtained a leaf. And I'm like, great.
Oh,
Wonderful.
Eggo. Before I forget, there's a bunch of pop in the back of the car.
Okay. I will go get that at some point.
I know. I'll forget again. And then I'll be like, why is there all this pop in the car?
Ooh, I could go for a soda right now. I made a cappuccino and it is not good. I don't like
Might
it.
as well go for the soda.
Yeah, I don't usually have soda in the house, but like once you said it, I was like, that's what I feel like.
Soda's great.
Caffeine. What kind of soda do you like? Actually, people here make fun of me because I say soda.
Oh, we only say soda here.
I know. That's why they make fun of me.
Yeah.
They call it pop here mostly. It's a soda pop. You can say soda or pop. Sometimes it just depends in context. I
It's
switch.
such a cheap way to get out of it. It's like, is it soda or pop? It's soda pop.
I you can say
Pick a
whatever
side.
you want. It's not the hill I'm gonna die on, so.
No.
Well, actually, I grew up in a place that's pretty close to the border, so they would actually build call centers there because we sounded more American
Oh.
as far as Canadians go.
And that's how I ended up working for frickin' T-Mobile.
T-Mobile. I have T-Mobile now.
That's how Jeff and I met, working for T-Mobile.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh.
Americans still always pick on the about thing.
Yeah, we don't.
About.
It takes us a long time to get new material.
That's an understatement. Like it's about. There's clearly a U there.
Well, I've seen some videos on it. It's actually pretty interesting because it's called like the Canadian Rising, and Americans actually can't hear it because you don't have that sound in the way Americans talk. You guys don't use that kind of sound at all, so you can't hear it.
Oh. I don't even know what we're talking about.
The way Canadians say about. How a lot of Americans hear about. So your
Oh.
brains just kind of bring it to the closest thing it knows, because you can't hear the difference in the way we say it.
Huh.
Is that he described it like the way we say, was it writer and writer? That it's very close. It sounds really close, but like a Canadian like could hear the difference in the way we say it, but other people would sound the same.
Oh, how interesting.
I like that dialect stuff. It's fun.
Yeah.
Some people talk English. Other people speak American. At the end of
Well,
the day.
or even just like the different way things are called, like a hoodie. And in Saskatchewan, it's called a bunny hug, or bunny snug.
Bunny snug.
hug.
You're telling me we could be calling it bunny snug? We just get hoodie?
Yeah, called a bunny snug or bunny hug.
Way more fun.
I know it's weird, but I'm like, I'd never heard of it until I moved out here.
Right?
I see Yod on the map. If you turned it in then, Yod?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's go ahead and get this started up then. And looks like we got, yeah, 2 summoners, a scholar, and a tank. Alright, let's figure this out.
Yeah, the, what's it called? The Summoner Scholar seems to be our fan favorite here.
Is it, I think it's matched party?
I have
Sure.
no idea.
50-50.
Well, it seemed to work out.
Are you
As
on the
far-
summoner too, Teague?
Mm-hmm.
So we got 2 summoners and a scholar.
Yep.
And Yod.
And Yod.
Well, I think it's that 2-for-1 special. So it's what we're leveling, right?
Mhm.
Pretty much.
Sure is.
What if Cross came to play? He would also be the same.
That's if only there was a tank version.
Oh, don't give them ideas, because they'll show up.
A summoner tank.
Oh,
That would
yeah.
be awesome. I think that could be a very interesting.
Right?
I can see that.
I can just close this character info though, right? I like the little icon,
Probably.
little pixel thing. What's that? Pomander of. I don't even know how any of this stuff works.
So we start at level 1, and as we progress through the dungeon, we'll gain like a couple levels, and like as we can pick up chests that give us like special items to kind of help our way through the dungeons. We're at the first stage, so there's not gonna be a lot of stuff, but
I have like 1 spell.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't think I even have any summons.
I can't even use my tank stance.
oh,
Right. Oh, I suppose technically we're all just arcanists at this point.
it's fine. We level very quickly.
Aha! Level 2!
I hit a landmine apparently.
Yeah.
What?
So like there's traps, and sometimes we can pick up items that will what's it called? Oh, I can't think of the word. Disarm the traps. And I think what we do is we explore the dungeon, and then there's like a little spot that we can go like get to the next level.
I like the little map, how it's kind of like the way like old school maps were.
I think that's what they designed it after. I'm not 100% sure.
What it looks like, especially with the character, where it's just like the sprite.
Level 3.
So I think we kill everything.
But this
don't even-
translates to like actual levels, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how though.
I got turned into a fucking toad.
I got a summon.
I've never seen that before.
That's kind of awesome.
That's awesome.
Woohoo!
Is that forever?
No, it's like another 5 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, you
are a
got your
frog now.
butterfly, Ego?
You mean my fairy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a butterfly.
It's a fairy.
In the story, she has a name, but I keep skipping it, so I don't know it.
Yos.
Or Celine.
No.
I have you.
I usually
where-
use
Stand
Celine.
in this
What?
thing, and then it brings us to the next level.
Well, I'm gonna
Oh.
explore the rest of the place first.
We've already been in there, haven't we?
Nope. There's enemies in here.
Ego's a completionist.
That's
well,
fine.
we get experience for it. Like, what is Charn of Return?
I think that's like a teleporter, so you can like get back to here if you wanted.
Interesting. Okay. Now I guess we're technically done.
Yeah, so when this thing glows purple, it lets us go to the next level. And that is really all I know about this place.
Sweet. We're on the
That's
same
the
page.
end of
then.
my TED Talk.
Perfect. Very short TED Talk.
Isn't that the Teak Talk?
Ooh.
You-
Patented.
I was gonna say you need to claim that.
Don't you find it funny? Ego T can explain to things. He's like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense. That's great." And then Ego explains stuff, and we're like, "Stop mansplaining."
Right? They've all got it out against me.
Well, we haven't been here before. If this was our like 8th time in here, or like 10th time in here, I started explaining it, I think then it would be,
Then
Did
we'd
I just
call you
mansplain
cheeky.
mansplaining?
Yeah.
Did I just do that?
You
that what just
totally
happened?
just did. You totally
Wow.
just did.
Yeah.
Oof.
Way to go.
I think it's only mansplaining if you're just doing it for the girls.
Now that's sexist.
Oh.
Yeah, that mansplaining is sexist.
Mm.
Ooh, I got miasma! Yay!
Huzzah.
Now I just need Bane.
That's like way up there in levels, though, isn't it?
I know, it is. But these things are dying so fast. Anyways, I don't think I would put too much miasma on it. I just have to use ruin. If everybody hits it with a ruin, it's dead.
I just put bio on it. And I'm like, what?
That
Chest?
works too.
Let's do that.
Yeah, so let's see what we got. We got a Pomander, strength, steel, once. Ooh, so we have one that we can see hidden treasure in the room.
Ooh. I must have stepped on a trap. I don't
You
have
did.
my thingy. Well, these are very short rooms.
I think it's because we go through like 10 levels at a time. 5 or 10, I can't remember.
Yeah, and I think they were saying that like 50 is the like save point. Then you can continue from 51 onwards from there. But apparently there's like a boss at the end of 50.
Ooh.
Mm. This way. I can see how people solo.
I
these
see a
now.
chest.
Oh. Frogged again.
Yep.
Really? Wow.
Was it a frog chest? Is the chest turning you into a frog?
No, it's just like a trap somewhere in the room. I
Ah,
guess it was in the
It's
middle or
really
something.
good at finding traps. Okay,
Oh,
the
those
other
are
way.
sh-
Right? They're all like 2 rooms.
I think they're, I think because we're starting at 1,
Mm-hmm.
it's not as intense.
Well, here, let's make it a bit more difficult. I'm just gonna pull everything.
who do you think you are? A tank?
Yes. Well, our tank is a
Apparently.
frog, so
Can't tank
I
right
leveled
now.
again.
Woo.
Me too. Level 8.
Right.
Level 8.
Yeah, I think we even level past where we
Ooh.
God, where
Just
we
look on the chart.
like are in the game. So
That works.
somebody was talking about how it's like a great way to like to like
That like a secret chest?
I don't know.
guess
It was
so.
just behind us. I'm like, all right, cool. Apparently, it's a great place to level, and I don't know how this translates to like outside of this place, but
I think at the end we get something.
I think we've been everywhere, haven't we, Ego?
yeah, that's why I'm heading towards the thing.
Oh,
Literally 4 rooms wide.
I want a frog mini pet.
I bought eggnog ice cream today.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've had that.
Well, I figured I could share it because I know you like eggnog, but it always hurts your stomach. But maybe eggnog ice cream would be okay. But really, like, ice cream's practically eggnog to begin with, right?
Yeah.
Like real ice cream.
The accursed horde? What the heck is the accursed horde?
Where are you seeing that?
It popped up on the screen.
I didn't see it.
Oh, I used one of the thingies,
Ah.
like the
Okay.
items, to see if there's any hidden treasure, and I did not find any. All right, stuff's starting to get a little thicker.
Not getting one-shotted.
We went from like level 2 to level 8.
Yeah. Level 10.
Hey, I can tank now.
Yay!
Well, that's good. I'll pass off the tanking job to you then.
Alright, I appreciate it.
And I can remove debuffs now. Huzzah.
You'll keep those debuffs, and you'll like it.
Okay, you can keep your debuffs. I'll just remove them from everyone except for you.
We got a summon spell.
Oh, did we? Thank God.
Yeah. What is it? The assault one.
Yeah,
We
all
missed
the
a room?
two- No, there's only
But
4.
there's bad guys there.
I think they
I think
just
they
respawned.
respawn.
Oh, that would make sense.
No, not the goblin.
He knows what he's doing.
Was he your friend?
I like the goblins. They got weird
Have you-
feet.
Have you done any of the beast quests?
Oh, is there one for goblins? Oh, what am I doing?
Yeah. Wait, I think so. I don't remember now.
Oh, am I alone?
I might be thinking of the kobolds.
Okay.
Those are some chunky heals.
But- Let me see here. The dwarves, Katari, pixies,
Oh, we got a
Yamazu,
boost of
Anata,
stuff.
Kojin, Moogle, Nath, Vanu. Well, maybe there's not one for the goblins.
Oh.
There would be.
That's weird.
Unacceptable.
Well, especially because they're hanging out at was it Idleshire?
Yeah,
Maybe they're too friendly already.
perhaps.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, and I got resurrection, just in case one of you guys die.
Woo! Oh, we've got a lot of
So did
resurrections.
we. I got my healing spell back and my resurrection and got a bunch of stuff.
You're just noticed how flat our tomes are? It's like we're running around with like a flat magazine or something.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Save space, right?
Right?
I'm only using one spell. How big of a book do I need?
True. It's just a manila. It's a manila folder that says "Come on, idiot."
Yeah.
I was thinking more, it's like the new generation grimoires, and they're like, those kids today with their, like, iPad grimoires, and, like,
Oh,
when I was a kid, my grimoire weighed 50 pounds, and I carried it one-handed, uphill both ways.
that's so funny.
Yes. Yes, we did. I don't know. Honestly, if you read it, it probably just says 1111 2 1. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, where'd
You've
these come
doomed
from?
us all.
I think it was a trap.
I guess I'll come tank them.
Hmm.
But you guys killed them all.
Considering you're the one that summoned them. Yeah.
But we leveled again, so it's all good.
It was a good trap.
There it is.
I need to get to like 30.
Why 30?
For my first shield.
Ah.
20 I get Whispering Dawn.
Okay, so
More
there's hidden-
goblins.
there's hidden treasure on this floor.
Doesn't tell us where.
Does not.
I don't even know what any of this stuff we're picking up is.
I don't know.
That
It's
gold
essentially
shiny
like-
spot looks
I think that's
Promising.
it. Discovered a piece of a cursed hoard.
Ooh.
first what?
Horde.
A cursed hoard?
I didn't hear the D the first time.
Yeah, so a piece of a cursed hoard. Deadly magics you have cast upon your chest to prevent theft. I don't know what it does, but we found treasure.
Woo! We need to find more cursed horrors.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. 15.
It's very satisfying leveling those quickly. Ooh, I got my other
right.
summon.
Ooh, that.
We got
summon-
Titan.
Gonna summon the thick boy.
Yeah, apparently, you know, Yod has no reason to be here. He's not tanking nothing, and you guys just got 2 tanks. It's fine.
I'm sure this stuff will start to pick up.
Oh, probably. The Titans are not very good tanks.
Need Ifrit.
Isn't that like 20?
I have no idea. I feel like it was 30 or 35, like when we got the split.
30.
30?
Oh, it does go both ways.
Oh, I love haste.
Run faster!
This summon is terrible. Get out of here.
Which one, Titan?
Well, Titan's more defense than anything else.
Yeah, he's like barely participating in the fight. By the time he like hobbles over there.
Yeah.
Come on,
Like-
man! Yod can hear us! What?
There's a dung beetle.
Gross.
A palace?
I'll
Dung
wait for
beetle.
you guys.
That's
But
it.
what? Did it just teleport?
It
It
totally
seemed
did.
like it.
It really just wanted to kill me.
Oh, I guess they have some kind of leak.
I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
See, I was expecting this to be like more of a maze.
Maybe at higher levels.
Maybe.
Oh,
I think we're still kind of on the tutorial floor.
Yeah, I think up to 10 is mostly just tutorial. Plus, I mean, they don't want to be like, hey, jump into the hard stuff. Here's your one spell.
Good luck.
Like, peace out. Good luck. Hope you guys don't suck.
I learned something new watching TikToks today. The hornet made me think of it. Well, he was talking about bees and hornets and ants because they're all like cousins. They're like the same thing. But there are some species that are called ants that are actually wasps.
Oh,
Weird.
I'm like, that's interesting. So they're just wingless wasps, but we call them ants because they look like ants.
oh. It's horrifying.
Yeah. So don't get bit by them.
God, no. Yeah, we're really embracing the cold fall weather. I don't think insects are going to start doing well soon.
Okay with
We'll
that.
start sneaking inside.
Hmm. Yeah, we're getting lots of ladybugs.
He's gonna say Yod runs in. It's like, I don't know about you, but I can't attack. So,
Yeah, I can't either, apparently.
Yeah, you got pacification
can.
and silence for another 10
Yeah, I
seconds.
think we got hit with a trap.
it's a-
It's alright, the pet seems to be able to. Oh, I can whack
go.
them with my manila folder.
Goatee.
Or like can use Fester.
I did 1 damage. Cool.
thanks for contributing.
Well, what were you doing?
Oh, I was doing nothing. But I'm the healer, so as long as you're not taking damage, I'm fine. Okay.
You say that until we actually need you to heal. And then you'd be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
God, I'm trying to DPS here, people.
Yeah. Okay, Deck here. I'm just gonna start a stream
Oh, man.
raiders.
Sure.
That goes, Stream Raiders goes way too quick.
It's been a half hour.
Already?
It doesn't
Yeah.
feel like it. We don't need to wait for Eggo.
That's fine. You guys run
Yeah,
run off
Bob.
ahead. Have fun.
We got Yod. We don't need you.
That is true.
So no treasure.
And Teague and I can both heal.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those situations where, like, if we lose, it's totally on us.
Okay, so the red spot in the ground is a trap, so be careful. I just used one of the things that we collected, and it reveals the traps on the floor.
Eggo, I dare you to go stand in it.
Well, I was already planning to, but now I definitely will.
What did I get? Maim and mend?
Do I even have that on my...
You must. I think it's a passive.
I've got my first AoE heal. Oh, that red spot?
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a big... Oh,
Meh.
How did I get hit by that?
I have no idea. That's a good tank. I step at shit and you take the damage for it. That's the way it should work.
Well, you still have it because you have damage dealt is reduced and damage taken is increased.
Oh, I can't carry any more of these things.
Oh shoot, are we full?
Wait, can I open it?
Here, we can use
Use
a thing.
one. Yeah. How long does that last?
Just start using more things.
Oh, 7 minutes? Holy shit.
Apparently, we're not supposed to be hoarding stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I've only done this like once or twice.
I don't know. I've never done it. We're just figuring it out as we go. So what exactly do they do then? I don't even know what buttons I'm pushing here. So strength, damage up, and HP recovered via healing. Damage increased by 40%. Treasures.
Oh, it disappeared.
Do we really need the witching one where it turns them into frog?
I suppose it depends on the. I wonder if that will work on the boss.
That could be funny.
That would be definitely a little bit interesting there. Like, ah, surprise, boss is a frog. It's like, wait, what?
Hey, look, here's a boss. Looking thing.
Wait.
You gonna try turning him into a frog?
Oh, you bet.
Alright, Teague.
Be a frog.
I think we needed to be within range.
Far. Yeah, here. I'll try it.
Do it. Be a frog.
Nope.
Wow.
Immune to frogginess.
Suppose we could limit break. Would you like to, Asha?
Sure. Limit break. There. Did that work? Did not work? Maybe it didn't work.
Oh,
I don't think there's anywhere we can go.
I think we still
I
have
think
the pod. Oh, you gotta channel it.
I moved too quick, yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, that worked.
Wow, that was easy.
Damn. Hey, baby. Marco sleeping on the chair and Pineapple sleeping under the chair.
That sounds about right.
Well, every lost. What? Just leave? Report
I guess
progress
so.
and leave the area.
Yeah, that's what I
You
did.
take nothing with you.
yeah, so I guess we're actually supposed to use our stuff that we pick up.
Within the
make me-
10 levels.
Yeah. Good to know. Who's this?
I think I know who that is.
Oh, Teague, so that the girl from, was it the Temptera Hard, with the creepy wedding?
Yeah.
Apparently she's a ghost in game that you can see sometimes. She like stands there watching you, and if you go towards her, she disappears.
Oh. Oh.
You're watching a video.
That I don't like.
Right? I think it's hilarious. Do we entry or exit?
I think entry just puts us into the next.
Okay, yeah, proceed to next floor.
Yeah. Oh. Yep.
Cool.
So doesn't it stuff like leveling our gear or whatever? I don't remember how this works. Oh, I guess it does it automatically. How it's Aether Pool +3 and
Plus
the Arm
7.
+3 and Armor +5.
Yeah, I've got strength
Yeah.
+7, ether +3.
I
Yeah,
think
let's
that's what we had, so we like continue on.
Mhm.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, and our items got reset. Oh no, Palace Pudding is attacking me.
Not the pudding.
Not the gumdrop button. Okay, let me catch up
I
to you
need
guys.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck's sake.
And you're a frog again.
I'm
And
a
I
frog
can't-
fighting a frog.
I can't unbewitch that either.
Pretty fast moving frog.
Mhm. Living wealth.
I ended up in a trap. I can't do nothing. Thank you.
Imagine if we actually leveled this quickly in game.
Oh my god.
That'd be awesome.
A quick game.
Right?
Mhm.
Like, oh, you're level 80. How long have you been playing? An hour. It's like, whoa. When did you level? 35 minutes ago.
Well, maybe Cross will enjoy this then if he can level quickly.
Well, yeah, I think that's it. Like, even if it doesn't translate directly over to leveling in the main game, for him to be able to try out the classes and see what they're like when they get a couple more spells might be worth it.
Yeah.
So does this work even with a class you haven't leveled?
I think
Like-
so.
Like if I have like a level 1 summoner, if I leveled up in here, I could still like try out the class.
That's what I'm gathering.
Theoretically.
Maximum HP decreased.
What?
How rude.
Yeah, we can always try because I think my pug list is like 15 or something. And I imagine you can level up past where you are there, and then it translates to whatever.
I believe so.
I don't
Oh,
know
boy.
how it translates.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm just pulling everything. It'll be fun.
Wall to wall.
Ooh.
That's fine. I'm still DPSing.
Oh.
Missed. Hey, Yog, you missed one.
The chest exploded.
Yeah, I was leaving this guy. He's gonna be my pet.
Oh.
What? Well, I'm probably gonna
The
kill you.
Bago's gonna kill him.
You were like,
So
I want
rude.
a pet that I can use too. Everybody else has one.
I can't have one. Nobody can. I don't even know what you're talking
Well, we all have summons.
about. Oh, that makes sense.
Yod's the only one that doesn't have a summon.
I'd give you mine, but I don't want to.
Okay.
Makes it
Eggo
so I
and
have to
Mrs.
do so
Butterfly.
much work. I have to do so little work by comparison. Like that's fine. She'll just heal you. Even for AoEs, I'm like, hey, go heal these people. She's like, okay.
Oh, am I supposed to use the blue one to heal? I don't know what to do with that. This is like, it gives
It's-
two fairies.
They're the
Physic
same.
is the heal.
You
Yeah,
mean-
the fairies are the exact same.
Oh.
Apparently, they used to be different at one point. One would
Okay,
be
that was just
like,
weird.
more buffs, and one was more heals. But now they're identical.
That was really weird. So, like I said, Marco was sleeping on the chair and Pineapple was sleeping under the chair. And at the same time, Marco got up, went across my desk, sat in the trolley, and Pineapple jumped up and is sitting in the chair.
That's
Oh.
weird.
I know. Maybe they talk to each other.
Bet they do.
So I wonder if the no auto heals includes your fairy.
No, I don't think so.
There's like regens.
Okay. Well, no, I think it's like because when you're in battle, you automatically heal every couple seconds. Right?
Oh, gotcha.
I hate these things.
The toads?
Yeah.
Why?
But you keep turning into them.
No, just we turn it. Oh. The toads, their face is too like human. I don't like it.
Oh, yeah.
Yod's the only one that's not debuffed, so I guess Yod is all you.
Oh, Yod.
I seem to be able to use this.
I can use
Fester.
Fester, yeah. And the Aether one. It doesn't do a lot of damage because you can't put on the miasma or anything, but...
Mm.
And our pets are still attacking.
That's good.
That's why I like Garuda sometimes, because
Oh,
they do
What
AoE.
the hell happened?
How did we all die?
Did
I
somebody
have no
open
idea.
something or step in something?
No.
I have no idea what just happened. Do we run out of time?
We died. What's happened?
Weird.
I don't know. Let's try that again.
Did we touch something we weren't supposed to touch?
I don't know. Like we all had hit points, and I don't think
Oh,
it's
it's like
your
full hit
fault.
points.
I don't think it's like a one person dies, everybody dies thing either, because Yod wasn't even close to dead.
Yeah, no, that's just like a full one shot.
Weird.
Does it have a one person dies, everybody dies mechanic?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm back at level 22. No.
It'll be quick. Because we had to start this all over again. What floor were we on?
I think 13.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not too bad then. It would suck if you died right before the checkpoint.
Ugh.
Look, we were right at the end of that level. Are we running through everything again, or just going to the next
Yeah,
one?
you know what? Let's not bother running. Oh, I think we have to. The thing's not set up.
Sword swing and adventure.
That's level 27.
Well, let's get good then. Got away! I got a debuff. That's not a good thing.
Something's shooting me from behind. It's Pudding.
Oi, don't attack me.
What's this guy doing?
What are you doing, Marco? You usually don't sit there.
Oh, I guess it would help if I turned my tank thing on.
Oh.
You're like,
would
why
help.
can't I hold aggro? I've done that.
Oh yeah.
That's why we always say stank stance at the beginning of everything.
Okay,
Oh.
going
I think it's Eggo pulled this.
Yeah, this thing spawned just as we walked out. Yeah, the only thing I can figure is it was that green thing that killed you. Like the green
Green
blob.
thing.
It was like a green blob of something on the ground.
Does it like explode or something when it dies?
Well, we got an HP MP boost this one.
Yay.
Do we have things we should be using?
Probably.
Strength. And then one that I guess we can change the enemies if we don't like them.
Yeah. of anything really.
There's all enhancements from the current floor. Interesting.
The floors are getting a little bit bigger.
Hmm.
Is this where we died last time?
I think it was up a floor.
I'm a toad.
It's fine.
Back to 25.
Now I'm a
There
toad.
goes a toad.
Oh,
Wait. Yes. The map's weird. Marco's sitting like right between my monitors, watching.
That
oh.
sounds about right.
Oh, like where's my summon? Do you have yours
Mine
out,
out.
Teague? Because we died.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Thank you.
And just like, wait, I'm missing something here.
Yeah, they haven't been entirely, necessary up to this point.
Mm-hmm. Where you going, Marco?
Bio?
IO2!
Woo!
Yeah, we just need to make it to 20 without dying this time. So we don't get scaled back down.
Pretty sure that was the floor we died on.
I think
Oh.
so. Whew. Oh, HP decrease.
So I think we can use the Serenity one to get rid of that. Ho ho!
Bonus.
Sweet. That makes it easy.
We're getting close to 30. You get lots of stuff at 30. You
Yeah.
gave up that spot, Marco, so don't go bugging her.
Is that the thing that killed us last time? Is it that the green thing?
I think after we killed the palace slime, it left a green spot on the ground, and there was a chest inside of it. I think we touched it. I could be wrong though. Hi Marco, are you coming to lie about your sister? Yeah, see, it just left a spot.
Or
Maybe
touch
that-
the slime.
That's what I'm thinking.
Let's get the hell out of here. Oh, music changed. Oh,
Do we have another one of the things?
I don't think so.
No. That's fine.
We have this. Maybe there's treasure.
I'll go get the trolley here after this floor, Marco.
Unlock the map.
Ooh, that works.
Don't touch that treasure chest until it disappears.
What?
I don't know.
No,
Well, I thought you said that's what killed us last time.
I thought that
that
it
one
was the slime. Because the corpse
Oh.
stayed there after we killed it for a little bit.
I think somebody stepped in a trap that just killed everybody.
Maybe.
So maybe no more stepping in traps if we can avoid it.
Well, there's one right there.
So let's not step in that. Oof, that hurt.
Yeah.
What was that?
The chest literally blew up in our face.
I think
that-
that's what happened last time.
But it
I
only
think
it
Asha
didn't,
is correct.
maybe. It didn't take us down all the way though. Like last time it was an insta kill.
Maybe it was just an extra special trap. Extra explodey.
Oh, we're so close to 30.
I know, right?
There's-
Frit.
Maybe we should make an effort that if we're gonna open a chest, make sure nobody else is nearby. Just so it doesn't hit more than one of us.
It's a good plan. Go get it, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
I think that's all of them. Or was there one? I don't know.
Well, I don't think we were in this room to the left, but
Okay.
I don't think there's anything in there. I don't know where the thingy is.
I think it's the Cairn Passage.
Yeah,
So I
it's
think we gotta go
the
down
key.
and then
Oh, okay.
I don't know why the thing displays as a key. That's a little confusing.
The key to getting out of there? I don't know.
Who knows? Give me just a second. I'm just gonna grab Marco's trolley so he can maybe stop wandering back and forth.
He's not spoiled at all.
That's okay. My dog gets away with a lot.
Just
There's a
getting the trolley
trolley.
pineapples.
Ugh.
Okay.
My
Okay.
parents bought a couch and they made sure that when they bought the couch that in the back of it there was enough space so the dog could lay up there.
Yeah, okay. They're
Man.
also a little spoiled. Did they bring the dog in to test it?
Dog
Measure
is a
the dog in
14-pound
advance.
poodle. And it also didn't need that. So
Yeah.
So
Dog
many
is-
dots.
so close.
29.
One more.
Garuda, your time is almost up.
I just realized that Eggo's grimoire is a different color than ours.
Oh. must be for different stats or something.
He's the healer.
That would make sense.
Maybe yours has like piety or something.
I have no idea. We died again.
What
Okay, what-
happened? Did we get Doom or something on us?
What the fuck?
Does it say what killed us?
By the palace slime. Asher defeats the palace Nilka. Is defeated by the palace slime. Asher is defeated by the palace slime.
So it did something to us.
Yes.
So kill the
Palace.
palace slimes first.
Yeah.
Because it's not like we were standing in it.
No, I wasn't saying anything.
Man, now we gotta do it again.
What the hell is that guy? Get the hell out of here.
He's just waiting to enter.
This is our palace. For the dead.
He's looking for a friend.
I'm sorry, we don't have those here.
We were so close.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we can get through this quickly.
Just pull literally everything. Just run room to room.
Yeah, we can dot everything while we run. Oh. And I will bring out my summon.
Whoop,
Oh,
whoop.
oh yeah, good idea. Well, shit.
Guess I'll stand here and be useful.
Well, at least you put on your thing first, because, yeah. At least someone can heal. I was literally middle of bringing my fairy up when we hit that.
Speed running it now.
Yeah.
Out for vengeance.
What about vengeance?
I want it.
Palace slime knows what it did. Sprint disabled.
No.
Really?
Motherfucker.
It's like, oh, speed run? We'll see
Really
with
think
that.
so.
Right. I don't even know how to walk in this game. Is there like a toggle for that?
There is. I forget what it is though.
I mean, by default for me, it's the like slash on my numpad.
Oh.
Yep.
Just found that out like last night when I was rebinding some keys.
Like, oh, okay.
You know, in times you want to RP. Just any time I go to Limsa. Gotta do it just to blend in so you can get past the crowd.
I didn't have enough time to put down one more thing. We were so close to 30.
I know, we were at 29. So unfair. Shit, what hit us? Definitely tab away here.
Are you going to do the other ones, or we should just keep going?
I say we just keep plowing through.
Instead of, like, not floor clearing everything.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be making much of a difference. I was just switching over to Stream Raiders since it just popped.
No.
Oh,
Like
put your
go
trolley,
go
Marco.
ranger kitties. They're so fast.
But they're
That's
also
why I like
so
them.
squishy.
I know, but that's why I like the ranger kitties, because they're really fast. There's a chest right here. Commander of Steel.
Decreased damage received by 40%.
Not bad.
Use those when we're fighting the puddings.
Damn it, I'm a frog.
Haha.
What are you doing, Marco? That's your own toy. Look.
What was he doing?
He was doing that paw thingy where he's like,
Oh. Like, what the F is this?
yeah, and it was the stick of dynamite. It was the string at the top.
Oh.
It was just like barely sticking over the edge. Marco doesn't even know what he's doing. He jumps in the trolley and gets out of the trolley and jumps in the trolley and gets out of the trolley again.
Oh, he wants food.
It's the palace pudding, guys.
Is it the palace pudding or the palace slime?
This is
Pudding.
pudding.
I thought it was pudding.
Well, there is pudding, but there's also a slime back there. It was the slime that killed us last time.
Oh, alright.
It's like 3 treasures in this room.
Probably why the slime is like OP or something.
Just gonna run around throwing my shield at it.
Okay, well, it didn't kill. Oh, apparently there's a tuft of Phoenix down. I already have one. It won't let me pick up more.
Yeah, I got one as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
What are you doing, Marco?
I don't even know what the Phoenix down does. Because, I mean, like, I know normally it's a revive, but I don't know how to use it.
Oh, either.
Ooh, we got HPMP increase. Ooh, treasure chest. Kaboom.
I guess
Commander of Purity.
you can use it to revive someone when you don't have a revive.
Oh.
Weird. Okay. Stream Raiders it up again.
Okay. What should I play?
Rogue.
Ooh, lots of
Or
chests.
maybe a rogue.
Where are you? There you are. Somebody else is putting down kitty rogues.
Are they?
Well, it's not my kitty rogue. I put down one kitty rogue, but I don't have both of them.
Or it looks like it's yogurt.
Hmm?
It was yogurt.
Aren't you yogurt?
Yeah, but I just click on a random thing and put it down. I don't even look. The window is
Oh.
incredibly small.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, I was noticing that, like, during the stream, when, like, no one else was there, Yogurt was always there. I was like, wow, that guy watches you a lot.
Yeah, I
Well,
figured just to encourage people to put them down, like I'll put down something.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Yogurt's icon is a picture of Marco.
Mm-hmm.
And Gopher is you too.
Mm-hmm. Gopher is a picture of pineapple.
I thought Gopher was a picture of Gopher.
Oh yeah, it is. I thought it was a picture of pineapples.
No, because mine's a picture of pineapples.
Oh, okay, I knew I said something.
Oh, there's a slime
shoot.
again. No!
Run away!
Dot it and run! Dot it and run!
Oh, Marco's back.
Oh my god, these frogs are like pulling me.
Okay.
Alright,
Freeze.
get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Run, 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 run.
There's a slime here. We're doomed.
Seriously? Marco
What?
just stole plastic and ran away.
We have to go get him.
I can. He's still out here. Be right back.
Ooh, got another slime.
Yeah, let's see if we can pull that one here. Okay. He's gonna die. Run away. Yeah, I think if you're beside him when you die, he did like a swirly thing. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
Be careful.
Alrighty.
Welcome back.
When I got up, they both ran over to their food dish, so I gave them some dry food, so that should give us another hour or so.
Nice.
They know. Like, they know how to manipulate us into giving them more food.
They sure do.
Dogs are the same, too.
Yep.
Hmm.
So we
That's
have to
why
find the
there's no
one
slime.
thing to unlock the other
Slime.
thing, right?
Oh god.
One slime time.
Run away.
I mean, the slime's gotta have a spell or something.
I haven't seen it cast anything.
Yeah, I've been watching for it to find out what exactly it does to kill us. Well, this was a short floor.
Yeah, right?
Mhm. Oh, we need to use an item of some
Oh.
sort.
Yeah,
Why
I
don't
can't pick
we
anything up.
use This one. There.
Oh, there's a horde here.
I still can't pick things up.
How about now? That one affects something on the next floor, so.
Is it witching
Okay.
that's in there?
Yeah.
or-
Yeah.
I
Yeah, we
think you
got
can only
3
have-
witches.
I think you can only have 3 of each thing.
Here, I'll go use one here.
What does that one do?
Oh,
Turns
is it the
them
frog
into
one?
Frogs. Yeah.
Frog! There's a
Now
palace.
it's a frog.
Cobra frog.
Do I have my asthma yet? No.
One of these things is a slime, so I don't know if it'll still do the attack or
It's
whatever.
dead.
Yeah, those are chickens.
Did some of them turn into chickens?
They
Yeah.
sure did.
That's awesome.
Oh, next floor thing got active. I think there's a horde on this
It's this one that we just opened.
Oh, we got the horde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we just went to the next floor?
Can we go to the next floor yet?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's
yeah.
unlocked here.
Yeah, well, there's one more treasure here.
Gotta stay here. Leave before the slime comes back.
Yeah, right.
The gloom,
Gloom
spread?
spread?
What the hell is the gloom?
Enemy movement speed is increased. Enemies also deal more damage while taking less. Do we have something that'll clear that?
We can decrease damage received by 40%,
You want to try that?
or it removes the pox status. I don't know what pox stands for.
Then try it. We got two
Oh.
of them.
We got Marlboros,
Oh,
and they're all damage up and
guess-
damage reduced.
Okay, Pox definitely did not do it.
I mean, we're pretty full on stuff anyway, so.
It's fine. I think we're about to hit a power spike anyway.
Just watch out for that Marlboro, because it's level 33.
Whoa.
I will let Yod pull it then. By that I mean I'll pull it and just put Yod in the middle.
Fuck. Why does it move so fast? Oh yeah.
Yay! 30!
Hey!
Yay!
Oh yeah.
Yay! Switching to Ifrit.
Giving Yod a shield.
Oh, not bad breath. Oh, just letting us go already.
Only 3 rooms.
Yup. Full floor.
Okay, 18. We're getting there.
Alright, let's see if there's any hidden treasures. Okay, so there's hidden treasure here. Alright, Ifrit, get back in there.
Ooh, there's the treasure.
Board open. Hello, treasure open.
What's the accursed horde? What's it to?
I don't know.
Nobody knows. Hey, that wasn't there when we left.
You, sir, have to leave.
Came to the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah, right.
Ifrit does good damage.
Better than Gerudo.
Mm-hmm.
Good single target
Agree.
damage.
Yeah, Garuda does AoE though, which can be nice too if you're pulling bigger mobs. That's usually the trade-off, right?
Mhm. Every time I see Isuna, I think euthanasia. I'm
What?
like, "Look." Yeah, this spell is called
Why?
Isuna. I don't know.
Those words
What?
are completely different.
I don't know. It's the E and the U. But it makes it really weird when I'm casting it on Yod.
That's funny.
Oh, fuck. I'm a toad.
It's okay. Did we miss that gold coffer? I don't think it matters,
You
but
should use
No,
the. Oh, okay,
I
good
got
job.
it. The
would you
thing for the
use?
next floor
Yeah.
Oh, what's it do?
makes more treasures on the next floor.
Oh. Isn't the next floor a boss fight?
Probably. Nope.
But
I
there's
got
still
it.
a treasure. Oh, gotcha.
Oh, and we got rid of all the traps. I mean, we should just use anything we have, I guess.
More or less,
Yes.
anything we don't want to use on the boss.
Well, this one's short.
And we know exactly where the treasure.
We should go the other way first, because that way's the end.
No, it's not. There's
Oh,
no
yeah.
key here. Is there? Oh, yeah,
Huh?
there is.
Yeah,
I couldn't
you can
see
see it
the
on the
key
map.
My map does not show the key. It just shows the silver chest.
It's underneath the silver chest.
Hmm.
$33.
Oh, I always feel bad killing the seedlings.
Hmm. They're a product of their environment.
Yeah. They're an adorable product of their environment.
Mm-hmm. You got them, like, the seedling Mulboro mini, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I used that one for a while. Well, I hope it doesn't explode. Oh, okay.
Ooh. No, it leveled up our arms.
You panicked for a second.
I
You're like,
did.
we're all right here. That's oh god. Spurge.
Should have used the one that's like reduced damage.
Can we still use the stuff?
Yep. I just used 2 of them.
Nice.
Archie. Oh, there's a hornet.
It's after me. It's after me. Ah! Was that convincing?
Nice.
Woo, we did it! Finally!
Into
Ooh.
deep 2. Do, 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 do.
Oh, there's the exit.
Head to the exit. Ooh, cutscene.
So who is this?
Oh, I don't know.
I got eye patch. Oh yeah, so I got 600,000 Arcanist experience.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's not too
Wow.
bad. I went from about halfway to about 3/4. Let me just check.
go. I got 92,000.
That's pretty good.
It probably scales up with your level.
Yeah.
What level
let's-
are you?
48.
Yeah. I'm 63. What you doing, pineapples?
Oh, 48 already? My goodness.
How far is your story? 48 as well?
My story is 43.
That's not too
Yeah, well, they just kind of they throw up EXP on you at the early stage. They're just like, here, have this.
Mhm. Well, and all the XP boosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the XP boost, it's really fast.
Yep. All
Well,
right.
if- He's almost at Garuda.
Oh,
Garuda's 44 for the story.
Getting there. All right. Next one.
sure.
2030. We got this.
Hi, pineapples.
I don't know if this is faster
Yeah.
than dungeons though.
Ah.
The dungeons
Something
with the
different.
roulette is crazy fast.
I suppose if you don't feel like doing the same dungeons over and over, this is a nice.
Right. Yeah, I think that's the difference. If you're like, oh, they're the same, 2 dungeons over and over and over and over again. Or
I mean,
It
like,
is
if we
kinda
didn't
different.
die twice to the stupid
Ah.
puddings.
yeah.
Ooh, and stuff is starting to get a little thicker.
With 2C.
It's like maybe the experience also scales up a lot more when you get higher up.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, probably like the 50 to 100 is probably a bunch.
Nothing.
Oh, we just went around the roundabout.
Yep. Which way, Yod? Someone yawning
Goodness.
already.
Yeah.
You said you had a long day.
Yeah, I did.
That happens.
Tomorrow will be shorter. Not technically, but like,
Or longer.
I had to take my niece to a doctor's appointment today. And then coming back, I was so confused about what time it was because it's like the time change. And I was like, I'm like, oh, well, because I took my niece out after. So I was like, oh, I gave my sister some time to finish her work. And I'm like, oh, no, it's only 4 o'clock. It's the time change. I'm like, no, it's 5 o'clock. No, wait, it's 6 o'clock. I'm like, no, why is it dark out?
Oh,
That sounds about right, yeah.
It was 5 o'clock.
Just split the difference.
Yeah. Well, it's because I haven't changed the time in the clock in the car yet.
I kind of figured.
that'll do it.
Damn, you got really close there, Yod.
Nah, it was fine.
Really, pineapples? Oh, you're being bad. Pineapples.
These turtles are giving a lot of EXP.
Ba, ba, ba.
After this floor, I might have to just grab a glass of water.
For sure. Gotta hydrate.
Alice.
I'm really good about drinking water in the evening, but I fully forget throughout the day.
Have you ever seen the hydrate spark bottles? I really like those.
Hydrate spark bottles. No, what are those?
They have a bunch of different ones. I like the new ones. I think they're called the steel ones because they're black, but the bottom lights up. Like the bottles light up to remind you to drink water. So during the day, it'll start like pulsing. To be like, you haven't had any water yet.
What's it called again?
Hydrate Spark. There's an app that with it. I got it when it was on Kickstarter, and mine did not work great. But I've known other people that have gotten them since, and they work really well for them. Mine was just like when I had it, like I had to leave like the Bluetooth and my phone open the whole time for it to track properly, and I wasn't able to get that fixed. So it was like killing my battery.
Oh.
They basically made an iOS app and then thought afterwards, oh, we should do Android too. So it was a
Yeah.
shitty app.
But it's better now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
What might do?
I forget to
But
drink
they're
and eat
very
during the
cool
day,
looking.
so I don't think there's any way to help that.
Right. I mean, like I have plenty of coffee throughout the day.
Yeah.
It's probably
the
not a good
Knockback
thing.
disabled.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm not trying to do a good thing. I'm just I'm just ooh.
Ouch.
Yeah,
I got exploded.
do that.
Yeah, that's okay. Just give me the heals.
I did. And a shield.
Ooh,
I got my group shield thing, which is nice.
fancy.
Sickcore, sickcore.
Yeah, that's what I love with Astrolugian, the group shield thing.
It works pretty well.
Love it.
I just unlocked deployment tactic. Extends galvanize effect to cast on self, targets nearby. Which is kind of neat.
Hmm.
But of course I can't use it in here because I don't have it yet.
The struggles.
Right? But it basically means that I can cast a shield on myself and then hit that button and give it to everyone else instead of having to just give it to everybody. And it's they're both off cooldown. Well, one of them's off cooldowns at least.
I think there's a horde on this floor. Thought it would say for the next floor, but maybe I read it wrong.
I don't know.
There's a chest back there.
Shoot, I got silenced. Get the fairy to heal people well.
38 already. Ooh, ruin 2. Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Now I don't have
Right.
to use ruin 1 again.
But Ruin 2 is not as good.
Yes, but there's no cast time.
Hmm. Yeah,
And I can cast it while running.
true.
There's no treasure in that room, so if we just want to skip
But it
it.
got pulled in.
Oh. Yeah.
Alright.
It saw you as you were running.
And I hit it.
Oh, that would do it too.
Well, I started casting my miasma because I thought we were going to hit it, and that takes a couple seconds to go off.
I have a feeling we're gonna have to fight that turtle.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
you guys ain't going.
Okay, so I think we used the thing, so now we use this. And then this will show us where the horde is.
Right there.
Right there.
Beside the
Oh.
turtle.
Oh, I was gonna get water. I'll do it the next one.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
That's what happens.
We'll try to remind you.
And then I never drink anything.
I was too busy working.
Then I wake up like I've been slept in the sauna.
Yeah.
Or the dry mouth.
Like, why is my pillow stuck to my face?
Eggo never drinks water.
I don't. I literally don't.
Well, drink when you're thirsty.
I just drink other stuff.
Other stuff has water in it sometimes.
Yeah.
Gatorade's in the car. It's one of the things I bought.
Oh,
Electrolytes.
did you? Good.
Yeah. Because you asked me to buy Gatorade.
I had forgotten that I asked you.
Well, I was going to get it yesterday, but I forgot my wallet.
Yeah, right.
Anybody opening that chest?
Wait, which chest? Oh, I didn't even see it there.
Man, you're like extra blind today.
The one you're
really
standing
is.
on top of.
I thought I was standing on the glowy ball thingy.
Well, I stayed back 'cause I'm like, I'm not going to stand in there and then have someone run up and open the chest last second and blow
Like,
us all up.
aha! Ah. What is
Ooh,
that? Let's
east.
go cast time, recast time, so cast time.
I'm gonna hide like right here so nothing attacks me.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab water.
Okay.
I'll be 2 seconds.
No worries.
Let's go slow.
But we have haste.
Yeah, I think so did the enemy.
At least we haven't had any more puddings.
Slimes.
Yes. You know what I meant. Ooh, I got outburst.
Hey, illumination! You're a rock.
Yeah, petrified.
Like a rock. Well, luckily both me and the fairy both put shields on you. We're like,
Like,
let's
you got
cover
locked
our
up-
rock.
You got like a rock in your head, and I got I will survive.
Hmm.
Okay, sorry.
No
Okay.
worries.
Glad I stood on that rock because there was a thing right there.
Oh, is there?
Oh, did it
Yeah.
probably respawned? He's
Okay.
coming.
You say, did you make it out?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I gained a level by doing nothing.
You are welcome. Oh shit.
The turtles saying everything came back.
Palace Minotaur, oh my god.
I think somebody stepped on something.
Okay, everything's dying pretty.
Oh, fuck, no. I'm glad I had that, just block everything.
Block everything.
What is this? Sheltron?
Yeah. Sheltra.
it's hard to get that timing exactly right. But when you're just getting beat on constantly, you're just like, I'm gonna just use this. It's fine.
Yeah, especially if you build up your will or whatever it's called,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can just use like 2 of them back to back.
Tends to be what I do because I'm like, all right, they're gonna hit me in a second. Shoot, that was too early. Let me do it again. That's generally how I do it.
Oh my god, it's gonna be in the very last room. Man, this thing's back again.
Oh my god, it's back again.
Oh my god.
What were you expecting?
True.
Alright, let's get out of here. And switch over to Stream Raiders because it's ready again. Wait, did you guys run somewhere else? You did.
Yep.
Sorry.
We're 11 to 29 right now in Stream Raiders. 22 to 8. And might be a bit close. We've got some epics up though. Damage dealt increased for us or for them?
Decreased for us. We are all party members is doing less damage. You can see it on our thingies.
Yeah, I see it up top.
Oh, we have a limit break available.
We have a Serenity Orb, so do you want to use that?
Sure.
I don't think we need it on this one, do we?
Oh.
Oh well.
Too late.
Serenity now!
I mean, we're too stingy with our stuff.
That is true.
I mean, that's how I usually play video games anyway. You always
You
end the
never
game.
know, I
without
might need
being too
this.
many.
Yeah.
God, we look like a book club.
We are a book club.
Really? Like, yeah, a book club exploring a dungeon. It's like, wait, what? Like, yeah. Yeah, Yad was there too. He brought a sword. He thought it was a different party.
God forgot
Oh,
his
boy.
book. Damn.
Let's just pop all my cooldowns here.
Yeah, you got a shield. They're not doing that much damage. Oh, never mind.
Ouch.
They kicked your ass.
They just killed
Yeah, they did. I got thrown against the wall and just crumpled.
Well, you know what? At least that answers one question. If one person dies, it doesn't kill all of us. Oh shit, there's a Minotaur behind me.
Way to go.
I got him.
I'm alive. Ooh.
Okay.
Right, now there's a Spriggan. Come on, man. Like, you can't
Thank
beat
goodness we
all
used
of
that
us.
Serenity. My God.
Right? Oh, yeah, that would have sucked.
Want to just leave? It's unlocked.
Yeah.
Yep,
Cool.
sounds good.
Get the hell out of here.
Like, I'm gonna let you finish, but first, see ya!
Items. Oh, come on. Just about
What?
to use something. Can't use
What?
items on this floor.
Oh, that super sucks.
Yeah, we're starting to get into the real spicy stuff now, aren't we?
And just think we're only on 26 out of 200.
Oh God.
I can see why the Necromancer title is so sought after.
Is that what you get for doing the whole thing?
Holding solo.
Oh.
No, thank you.
Right?
Oh, that's a cool enemy. I want
The
that as a
centaur?
mount.
I can outrun a centaur. I got toted!
Ooh, it's been a while.
Today or not today?
That centaur just like resting his butt on the wall.
Yes. What is
Oh, we now get roaming mobs. Interesting.
that? I gotta sleep. No!
I'm asleep
it.
too.
Oh,
Everybody
Everyone's
but
asleep
Yod.
except for Yod. Yod,
Stay
you got
alive,
him, pop
Yod.
him.
We got 5 seconds.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh wow, my character actually looks asleep.
I think my fairy was also asleep, and I'm
Oh my
asleep
God.
again.
Oh my god, why are we asleep?
I think the scatting bring us to sleep.
Oh,
Getting close to my actual
go
level.
Toad.
I'm asleep again.
Stop it.
Is
Weird
it that?
bird. I'm gonna assume so. Oh, it's got little feet.
Yeah, it is.
So I tried PvP with this class.
Oh yeah, how'd it go?
No. Bad. Real bad.
Summoners and PvP not good.
No. Well, I did the scholar variant,
Okay.
and I could not figure out how to summon. It just wasn't there. Like your whole skill bar gets removed, and it was like, okay, well I'll add Ifrit back onto the bar. Nope, can't summon Ifrit. I was like, well, can I summon?
That's odd.
Then when I was playing, I didn't see any summons, so I was like, I don't know what this class does here.
You're a summoner, but you can't summon.
Found it.
So you're just a murder.
Ooh.
Suppose so.
I got my ether bar. Hells yeah. Ow.
I was like, run away! He's going for the chest!
I knew it because like all of us ran for that chest. It's like that's gonna be the one dude.
I didn't. I ran away.
Hmm.
I saw it.
Music changes always make me nervous.
Abilities
What?
unavailable.
What
What does
abilities?
that mean?
It looks like I don't have Swift Cast. Or Bane.
Yeah, so it's like your non-weapon skills.
Or
I guess.
energy drain or
Uh,
so you
think it's
can't
your-
use energy drain, energy siphon, or fester.
Or we can't summon, but our summons are out, so I think we get a free pass.
Unless we die.
I think it's like your off cooldown are your abilities.
Yeah.
So-
Have a nap.
You basically have abilities and spells. And your abilities are the off. Alright, let's get the hell off this floor as quick as possible.
We don't have anything to just purge that. It's back. Things are starting to respawn really quickly. Right.
God, what is the range on that?
Huge.
Do we have a map?
We can use the thing that shows up plus the map.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay, so we gotta go this way.
I guess I'll just run from this guy.
Oh, sorry.
Did you go
yeah.
the other way?
Yeah. We might have to kill him.
Yeah, he's still coming.
I don't even know what class you would do to solo all this.
A tank.
I think the Dark Knight would be pretty good at this.
Honestly, I could probably do it on my white mage at least at some point. Just because I've got heal over time, so I can just pop all my heals and DPS. It'd be slow as shit.
Yeah.
Right, the thing... Oh, that's a trap. There's a trap hiding back there. There it is. You just gotta unlock the key. There's a lot of stuff in that room.
Yeah. Trying
I'll
not
just
to pull it
pull
all
it.
at once.
Lucky number 47.
Yeah, I think like Cross or Mighty would like this, where they're still trying to figure out their class. Because it's like, here's what your class is gonna be if you keep playing.
For sure. I'm actually surprised we haven't heard from Crossman.
No? Yeah, because someone said they were gonna reach out to him, didn't they? There's like multiple treasure chests in here. I'm gonna open this one. God, run away.
Yeah, I mean, I spoke with him today. He said he was gonna come.
Did he?
People get busy.
Yep.
Okay, it's open. See if we can run it.
If we can sneak in.
Very sneaky. And hope that the next one's not worse.
Well, we're getting... Oh, we're on 28.
Blinded.
Blinded.
Getting there.
Accuracy is reduced.
Oh.
Okay, watch out for chest.
I was born in the dark.
Molded by it.
Woohoo!
Yeah. It's like, I'm usually blind. Welcome to my level.
Yeah, right. Take my glasses off. Do anything.
I was while we were streaming. And I noticed it. That almost whenever I took my glasses off, there was one period where I took them off for like 45 minutes. And actively got like 3 more average viewers during that 45 minutes. I'm like, really? Really? Alright.
suck.
Well, that's what Asha was saying. She's like, you should do more cosplay if you get more viewers.
I said you could. I didn't say you had to.
Well, whenever I have to go get more glasses, maybe I'll see if I can get contacts. But I think at one point they said that I could.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I want to wear them all the time, but
No.
yeah.
You can just wear them when you're streaming.
I'll just do LASIK.
I can't. It's not standard bad eyes, it's literally cornea replaced eyes.
Oh. Oh my.
Yeah, I have keratoconus. Have you heard of it before?
I don't think so.
Basically, my
Like cataracts.
cornea, instead of being like baseball shaped, it's football shaped. So
Pointy.
my eye basically had a point.
Oh, okay, so they can't really like laser anything.
Well,
no,
he's had
yeah,
he's had surgery to have both corneas replaced.
Oh my. Wow.
so I have somebody else's corneas, but they don't care. They're dead.
Oh.
But yeah, there's a couple different ones. There's actually is some laser treatments out there depending on how far yours is along, and there's like some sort of like hard contacts you could have got. But by the time they caught mine, they're like, nah, dude, you just replace them. Like you can't save them. Yeah.
And think how long it would have been for you to find out if we hadn't started dating, because that's the only reason you even went to the eye doctors.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh really? Wow.
Yep.
Well, we worked together and we'd started dating, and I went over to talk to him, and he would look like point his face like almost straight down and then look up to be able to see his computer. It was weird, and then I'm like, that's weird, you should go to the eye doctors.
Because you can imagine that your vision would be blurred if you were looking through a point, right?
Yeah.
So I could see better by looking like upwards on the top of my eye than what I could if I was looking straight at something. It was super weird. My vision's still not great, thus the glasses, but significantly better by comparison.
It's open already.
Oh.
Sweet, let's get out of here.
Like now we're at the point where it's like, let's just leave when we can leave because we don't want to take any chances.
Like, we don't need the levels, we don't need the spells, I don't want to die.
Speaking of, what can we use?
Yeah, we
That's
got
the
a
last
bunch
one
left
before
here.
the boss.
All of it.
I'm gonna check this one.
Let's use the map. Removes all traps, let's do that too.
Yeah, should be good.
Oh, we should have used the decrease enemies on the next floor.
The boss just isn't there, it's like, you win!
No, don't chirp.
Oh,
Damn it.
honestly.
Nope, you're away.
Aha,
No, I'm
freedom.
not.
I think you wake up if you get hit, don't you? That's usually how
believe
sleep
so.
works. I mean, if someone slaps you in the face, you generally wake up.
You would
Ooh,
think
we're almost
so.
at level 50.
Ooh, what if we get at 50?
I get Sacred Soil.
Like, don't we need to go the other way?
Yeah. Yeah,
I
sure.
don't like that there's nothing in that room.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen here?
Oh, I guess it was just an empty room.
It's
That
back.
just that's
It's
even
back.
more unsettling. Line of sight.
This music has like a Pokemon-esque feel to it.
It does.
Right? Go, Palace Centaur.
Well, and that comes out on the 19th. Oh, you know what? That actually works now. There's no conflict.
Oh.
Because, of course, the early access for this was going to start on the 19th, but now it's December 7th.
I wonder if they did that on purpose.
I highly, highly doubt it. I can't imagine that Nintendo convinced Squeenix to delay their game by 2 weeks for Pokemon.
Well, they might have just done it because they didn't want the conflict.
It's like, yeah, all the devs are like, dude, actually, that Pokemon game looks pretty good. I'm taking the week off. Like, oh, well.
I'd rather
Nice.
play this.
I don't know. I've been avoiding looking at it too much. The whole chibi head thing looks super weird. But Gen 4 actually had a pretty good story. Like, it was solid.
I don't think it's not bad. I just like generally like Final Fantasy more than Pokemon.
I know.
Ooh, there's the thingy.
I'm pretty excited for the Legends Arceus thing.
That looks great.
Yes, that does look good.
Yeah.
When everybody was like, "Oh yeah, but they said it's not going to be an open world," like they never said it was.
What Pokemon game is?
No, yeah.
It's Pokemon. Get what you get.
It's like, which Pokemon game is open world?
Ooh.
Monster Hunter Stories 2. That's what Pokemon game is open world.
Ooh, I like that thing.
What do we got here? Let's increase damage.
Maybe you should get this thing as a mount.
Decrease
I want
damage.
That should be a multi-person mount, and someone can sit on each head. Put a saddle on each head of its tail, if that's a tail. I don't
Oh
know.
my god. Oh my
I
god.
would
Shut
pay
up. That
for
needs
that.
to be a thing.
Okay. I think if we
Oh,
cast
this-
all the stuff for this floor, that'd be good.
I can turn myself into a manticore? What?
Do it.
Or a succubus.
Do it. Gross.
Alright.
Like, do it!
You have-
Gross.
What skills do you have?
1 skill. That is it.
Oh.
But it does a lot of damage, actually.
Woo.
And by a lot, I mean like 300 per hit.
Oh, I'm standing in fire.
My ruin
Don't
is
do
doing
that.
335. How, you took the succubus route?
I think there's one more.
Or any other different
Can't tell if I'm
transforms?
doing anything.
I'll not transform because, you know, I'm the healer. And you might actually need me.
I think we're gonna get
taken.
feared.
Oh my
Oh, right through the fire!
Oh no.
At least I can't
Oh,
run
it
off
does-
the edge.
Wait, now why am I going this way? Now I'm going the other way.
Oh, it's hysteria.
Oh.
Hysteria. I like that show. That was an awesome show.
What
Did you guys
show
ever
was
see
that?
that? Hysteria. It was a WB
don't-
show at the same time as Animaniacs. They would talk about like historical stuff, but make it
Oh.
weird.
Like
Like
the
when they-
History Channel does now.
No, but weird in a good way.
Oh.
So when they did World War II, when they were talking about the Alliance and the Axis of Evil, they made them into like a superhero team versus a supervillain team. Like pretty much like the Avengers. It was freaking funny as hell. So Stalin was basically just the Hulk, but he was just a big muscular hairy dude. Like, wait, what? They had a Rosenfeld. Yeah. Was in a wheelchair like Professor X. His wife was Wonder Woman.
Oh god.
Yeah. It was awesome. But it was historically accurate to some level.
Right?
She's being a little bit creepy.
Oh, real creepy.
He was like, "You killed my husband."
I don't think that's the same person.
I think it is. I think that's what the little
That's not
thingy is
what I
on her
wanted.
shoulder.
This one. This
I'm
one.
almost at 60.
Bronze trim.
I don't think I've ever seen that one before.
What?
Oh, this enkindled spell. Oh, that's what it is. That's because it changes on your bar. The icon changes depending on which summon you have out, which is why I didn't
Oh.
recognize it. I'm like, what is this?
Don't do
I don't
it.
know this spell.
God.
Like, I do know this spell.
I totally have to clean out these freaking bags.
Oh my, yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost out of space at this point. I literally
I
have
have
a
tons of...
full bag of
Space.
food.
Yeah, I have like a full bag of materia and dyes.
Does food work in here? Should I have been using food?
I don't
Oh.
know.
I'm gonna put it on just to say.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
have
eat a
not.
tofu pancake.
Tofu pancake.
I had some orange juice.
Orange juice?
I have a lot of these potions. It's like high potion of strength, and I'm like, when would I use that? They're like, never. Okay.
Well, you could use it.
Yeah. It's like
Just
a lot of the high quality potions drop.
apparently we earned the achievement in too deep.
1 and 2.
And 3.
Oh, did
Yeah,
we get
clear
3
the
now?
30th floor. I'm guessing 4 is when we hit 40.
That would make sense. All right, next one.
Reaching completion.
Sure.
I probably don't have time.
Okay,
So I should really head out.
fair enough.
That's fine.
I'm sure we can 3 minutes. It's fine.
Could
we
do
can
the,
do,
the
like,
other dailies and stuff.
I was gonna say daily dungeons. Well, why don't we
Sure.
do dailies then? Boom.
Yeah, I can probably stay for like the daily leveling if you guys are doing that.
Okay.
Sure.
Then I'll probably have to head out after that.
Either that or a
Alright.
trial. 'Cause if we
And
start
you-
with a trial, that one's a quick one for you.
Yeah. Did you guys want to start with trial then, or leveling?
Up to Odd. Or whoever has to leave.
Yeah, I don't care.
Let's do trial and then see if you have enough time for leveling after.
Alright.
Nope. You do not meet the requirement for that. Oh, you're only 43, right?
48.
Oh, well, you have to be 50 for trial. Okay, leveling
We'll
dungeon.
do the
it is.
leveling.
Oh.
Maybe he'll get 50 and then
Ooh,
everybody
no.
got their food on.
Yup. I got my tofu, which is actually good for healers.
Flatbread.
It's funny because you would never eat tofu really like in real life. I actually can't. I'm not supposed to eat tofu.
No one's
Oh,
supposed to
no.
eat tofu.
That's okay. It's not very good.
No, well, I do really like. There's this Asian place we used to go to back home, and they had this crispy fried tofu that was really good. But it's mostly because it was fried.
Yeah.
So it was like crunchy on the outside and like soft on the inside. But no, I'm not supposed to have soy. Oops, I should probably bring. Wait, no, not that one. This one. I'm like, oh, I can't use my stuff again.
Like, where'd my spells go?
I had tofu today, actually. Had it in a wrap.
Still eat it sometimes.
Did they run out of real food?
It's like a veggie cutlet thing. It's pretty good.
Whatever
I like
floats your boat.
I like breakfast wraps a lot.
Love when they put a little bit of hash brown in the breakfast wrap.
That would be good. Oh, I could do that. I got potatoes. I was thinking of making some potato pancakes with my potatoes.
Supposed to be good. Now you're gonna make me freaking hungry.
Yeah, right.
'Cause I'm hungry. I have that problem sometimes when I'm massaging clients. Especially if a client comes in for their massage and they're hungry, they always end up talking about food, and then I get hungry.
Oh no.
It's not as bad now as it used to be because there's not like anywhere close by to get food.
Oh.
But at the old place, there was like a donut party right next door, and a freshie, and a wing snobs, and like all kinds of. Oh, the fries at wing snobs are so good.
Their wings are
Wing
okay.
snobs. That's a great name.
Mm-hmm.
Not better than wing sluts though.
Is that their competitor chain?
That's
No,
from
that-
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
It's the one from
Oh.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm just surprised that they were able to say slut that many times on TV.
I know in the United States, I think the Supreme Court upheld the ruling on that kind of stuff on TV.
That they
Which
can
one?
say it.
Yeah, you can say, like, it's covered under our First Amendment rights.
Yes, but I mean with sticking under a certain rating.
Yeah.
It's like you can say it, but it's gonna affect the rating.
I think it's because they only used it in the terms of chicken wings.
Mm,
And people
Yeah.
generally aren't offended by being called a food slut.
Yeah,
which is
right.
really questionable. It's like,
That's
hold
true.
on a sec. If I call you a slut, then it means you have sex, probably for money, but it's okay if it's just for food. Like, wait a second. Like, yeah, this chicken's got a different bone. Yeah, I don't know.
Might go to Buffalo Wild Wings tomorrow.
I'm going for chicken wings tomorrow. Tomorrow's wing night.
Ooh, Wing Wednesday.
Yeah, so I have some friends from my old clinic that I used to work at. So one of them I go to massages for. So I have a massage booked for tomorrow, and then we go out for wings and drinks.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting tomorrow though, because I got a bunch of blood work done first, and I was gonna change it because I'm like, I wonder how it's gonna be because it's a 90-minute massage after getting blood work done.
Mm.
But whatever, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll just eat something before. Rehydrate.
Probably a good
Your
idea.
test results come back. Your blood seems to be half blood, half buffalo sauce. How strange.
Well, I'm going.
That'd be
I
awesome.
I actually have to fast for 12 hours, so I'm going for wings after the blood work. So it's like
Oh.
blood work. Gotta go with blood work. Take my niece to cheer, then get a massage, and then go for wings.
Sounds like a
I'm
good day.
glad I have Thursday off. Oh, Ego, I meant to tell you. So I got I actually kind of got a new job that I wasn't expecting. Yeah, no, it's good. Because I wasn't getting as many hours at the clinic I'm at. But so one of the other places I had applied to was like, "Oh, we're really busy right now. Do you want some extra shifts?" I'm like, "Actually, I would." But the Saturday is only this Saturday, and then, or he only needs me for Saturdays until the person I'm covering for comes back, and then I'll have Saturdays off again.
Well, that's exciting.
Which is good. I was kind of worried about working weekends again because it kind of sucks.
It does suck.
It's just because everybody else is on the opposite schedule, so.
You know what also sucks? Working weekdays.
It's different though. It's different when you're working like the same schedule as everybody else versus working the opposite schedule of everybody else.
Mm.
'Cause, I mean, maybe not for you because you know you don't like people, but
You're right. I never leave the house. I'm like, my internet's here regardless. So
like you know if Kelly needs me to watch Taylor or spend time with Taylor or go to the movies with Nika or whatever I'm gonna do, it can be hard to social after work.
yeah, I'm not a big fan
We-
of social.
Emotionally draining.
At some point, you get to emotionally numb. Yeah.
Well,
kinda where I'm
eventually I just want to work up to the point where I can like have a home clinic. Because then I can just like kind of schedule where I want to be scheduled.
You went backwards, yeah.
Yeah,
Did I?
Yep.
Where are
that's
we?
okay. I mean, it's a leveling dungeon, so any
Yeah.
bit helps.
I wasn't gonna say anything because I'm like killing stuff is fine. I like experience.
Well, we needed that one thingy, Bob.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I went down the
I'm
wrong.
like super close to leveling.
Yeah, whenever we get the bonus out of this, I should probably get my 60.
I love doing this one with my squadron because it's so easy. Everyone like online, they're like the squadron's like not good at anything, and I'm like, it's great. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
What do you usually play when you're doing your squadron?
Well, I started with this.
So like, what
And then
class do you play?
With the squadron. So
Yeah.
I've been using Scholar for the well,
Okay.
like a summoner.
Oh, that's why. I'm like, why are my spells not working? I'm
So
clicking
you're,
the wrong
you're playing
spell.
the DPS, and one of them are healing and tanking.
Yeah.
I went in there as a healer, and the tank just sucked. And the DPS were pretty much doing less damage than I was. Like, oh, this
Oh
is
yeah, they're gonna be
great.
trash. I was told that you should, if you have another DPS henchman with you, you should make them like an archer, because they can still attack while they're moving.
That makes
Mhm.
sense.
Yeah, so any classes there they can do that are going to be more beneficial because then they don't have to stop and go.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Prison pudding.
But
Go rogues. I'm dead.
That's usually how it
Look
works.
alive.
You run up, you stab something
I'm
twice.
dead
and you're
in Stream Raiders. Yeah.
oh, I turned around. I'm like,
All my guys
no,
are
no."
dead. I'm a zombie.
That is what happens with birds. We're 10 to 18 though, and they're like all running away from us. So we should be fine. Maybe. They almost got me down.
Maybe.
Yeah, we got it.
Oh, I should have assigned. That's fine. Gotta check on my retainers.
Some birch got the 200.
Pardon me. I get tired.
You can't be hungry and tired at the same time. That's too many.
I can be anything I want to be.
That's clearly what they meant when they told you that in elementary school. It could be anything you want. I want to be hungry and tired at the same time. Actually, you know what? Someone probably was told you could be whatever you want. And that's the person that came up with the term hangry.
I did not get told that.
Fair enough.
I was like, maybe you could be a dental hygienist.
Oh.
Yeah, I was never told that. I was always told you can be anywhere you want except for here.
Oof. There's so many layers to the last 10 seconds.
Right. Like, you could be anywhere you want to be. Just don't be here when I open my eyes. Okay.
Oof.
Yeah, I was really annoying as a kid. You know, some things don't change.
I know.
That's right, I got in before you said it.
I imagine you would have been a super obnoxious kid.
Oh, I was a super obnoxious kid. I was a total brat most of the time.
It's alright, you're a kid.
Kind of what happens when you grow up and you're usually right. Because most people just don't care enough to even try it and try it.
I don't even know what I was like as a kid. Probably normal-ish. Probably not.
It's like, oh, so I was a kid. I'm sure you can ask your family members and be like, how was I as a kid? Like, horrible!
Right?
Yeah.
Do you have
We-
siblings?
I do. I have one younger brother.
So were you the responsible one? Usually the older kid's supposed to be the
Yeah.
responsible one.
Be
the
Both pretty
babysitter.
lame, so
I'd find it weird if you weren't the responsible one.
Although Eggo's the older child too, and I wouldn't really say he was responsible. But your brother was totally the favorite.
Oh yeah, he was absolutely the favorite. I got in trouble for hurting my brother when I wasn't even there for the last week. Yeah, I still give him shit about that. Because that sucked. I literally went away to camp. My mom dropped me off to get on the bus to go to camp. My brother hurt himself while I was at camp. And when I got back, she blamed me for it. I'm like, what? How? You both dropped me off and picked me up from the bus. He's like, well, he said you did it, and how else would he have done it? 'Cause he's a moron and ran into the damn door. Fuck. Yeah. Like I said, I was a brat of a kid because people generally don't think they're like, well, first answer must be the right answer. Oh yeah, let's go with the first one. Why? Because it's easier than coming up with the second one.
I used to what's it called? I remember in like real young, in like probably middle school or something. Like you remember your like textbooks in school would have like little like blurbs talking about like critical thinking skills area. I'd be like, well, I don't know why this is important. Like this is a very clearly. And the older I get, the more I realize, oh my god, that should have been all over those books. We gotta get those back. We need more critical thinking skills around here. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Right? It's like we need to switch it. Instead of having a blurb along everything else, we just need critical thinking and then a blurb about whatever the textbook is currently about.
I don't remember what course I was taking, but like the very, very first year I went to college, I had to do a critical thinking course.
See, I've never had to do a critical thinking course, but then again, I'd like to think that I usually think critically, and it usually annoys the shit out of people.
I did because I needed like just something to fill my schedule, so I did a public speaking course, which was funny because the teacher's like 95% of people that are willing to take a public speaking course don't need it.
You don't need it.
No, I didn't. Well, I didn't really. I did fine. And it was funny because it's like some of the people I worked with, I'm like, you guys suck so bad. I'm like, if you get stuck, just say anything. If you say it like you know what you're talking about, then people will believe it. Like, it honestly doesn't matter what you're saying.
That's the
Like, we're
skill they need
101.
to teach you. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like they started getting flustered and saying stuff, and I'm like, we made up a pitch for Camel shampoo. It's all made up. Start throwing
Camel
out some random
shampoo?
numbers. Yeah, Camel shampoo.
I love that.
Yeah, we just had to do something.
Well, I have literally been sitting in a meeting. There was one a couple weeks ago where somebody said something. And I don't remember what it was now. But I'm so glad my camera was not on because I made the wait, what the fuck face? And I messaged somebody else that was in that meeting at the same time that they messaged me with just WTF. Because we both knew that they were talking straight out of their ass. We're like, what the fuck? But you know what? Nobody in the meeting called them out on it. We're like, wow, this is stupid. So yeah, that's 100% true. If you pretend you know what you're talking about, chances are high nobody's going to call you out on it.
I took a public speaking class. I needed to fill a gen ed with a couple of my friends, and I remember we had to watch other people, like give their speeches and stuff. And one girl did a whole speech on her, like on her weave, and it was the best thing I've ever heard in my life.
Nice.
Her weave
I was
being
like,
like
I
her
love this.
hair?
Was it?
Well,
we
not
had
her hair, but it's her
we
weave.
had
Okay, well,
one.
yes, the hair on her head. Okay.
So yes
Yeah.
and no.
We had one where we had to read children's books. So there's a lot of Dr. Seuss.
Oh.
Because it's actually good practice because like there's a flow to how you read children's books. And we did another one where we had to teach something. So I taught everybody how to do like origami paper cups.
Oh.
I'm like, I could have done swans, but I'm like, that would take too long to teach people how to do swans.
Save that for 102.
Yeah. The only criticism I got was that I didn't bring enough paper for the whole class. I'm like, you think I'm just made of origami paper?
It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Is this not a college course? Did you not bring a notebook? Grow up.
Honestly, I would have done like the liar thing where they just crumple out a new ball and go, a goose! Yeah. That's a great scene, by the way. You know what? That was one of Jim Carrey's good movies. I liked Liar quite a bit. And the cable guy.
Right?
Jim Carrey creeps me out.
Yeah.
He's got his movies though. Like Cable Guy was good, even though most people
No.
hate it.
I didn't like Cable Guide.
Liar
Couldn't stand
was
Pet
good.
Detective.
Mask is awesome.
I always love the Truman Show.
Truman
Show
Show's-
was good.
Yeah, that's a classic. Anyone who doesn't like the Truman Show in some way, there's probably something wrong with them. Like you either didn't get it or you're just dumb. But I mean, yeah, some of his later stuff and even Pet Detective, like this is not funny.
Oh, well, I also don't like gross humor.
Yeah, and that makes sense.
I had to leave Dumb and Dumber. I almost threw up.
Dumb and Dumber was even worse. I can see why he didn't sign on for that.
Teague, did you want to use the limit break this time?
Oh, you can go ahead. I used that in the last boss.
I thought I did. Maybe you did.
Oh.
I don't know. I'll use it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Casting. Zapping. Boom. Probably could have waited till the ads were there, but
Eh.
Boss is going down pretty quick.
Yeah.
wait, weren't we doing this dungeon recently and like
Yes.
everybody died?
Yeah.
I managed to finish it. I remember that because there's so much poison.
Ooh, what's that? Through the gate? Oh, I got 60.
Ooh.
Sweet.
Hey.
I leveled 2.
Whole
did I
new
get?
set of gear.
64.
Yep, I got 49.
Sweet.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
So close
I'm
to
gonna leave
50.
because I don't want that stuff. Leave.
Run
No.
away. Get what you got.
Last
God
person gets all the stuff.
Damn it.
Oh right, we're still here.
That's the learning. It's like, what do? You run. As soon as the dungeon's done, you get the hell out of there and fast.
Like,
Like-
I don't want the dungeon crap.
You know what? All the people were like, oh, I want to give this guy a commendation, but he's already gone. Now we know why.
Yeah, right? My god.
You're like, I appreciate it, but I don't care. Bye.
It's too funny.
I'm in a trench coat now. Awesome.
Oh, we already
Like-
gave you the gear?
Oh, I already had the gear.
Oh.
It was all the poetic gear.
Uh,
I've been buying poetic gear for this class for like a while now because I just needed to spend the poetics. My black mage already has some of the gear bought for it and it's only like level 30. I don't know what else to do with them. Okay, so we can't do trials with Yod because he's 1 level short.
So
Yeah.
close.
I think I'm gonna head off though.
Okay,
that's
It's
all right.
getting late.
cool.
Thanks for hanging.
Indeed.
Hmm.
Maybe pick it up on Saturday or next Tuesday or something.
Yeah, for sure.
I might not be able to. It depends. I might. Well, maybe I'll be home on time. Well, I'm working Saturday morning, and then I'm supposed to be going to the movies with Nika to see Eternals, and then I'll be back when I'm back.
Right.
Ooh.
So maybe Tuesday then.
Well, I mean, you can still level and stuff.
Yeah, but if we're doing the Palace of the Dead and it picks up from where
Oh,
we left
yeah.
off.
I think I said Saturday. Although maybe I'll. Wait, if it's out already, maybe I'll see if she wants to go tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Thursday, because I forgot I had Thursday off.
That could work.
I don't think she was like. Anyways, we'll see. I like going to the matinees because this movie will be busy.
Ooh, I love matinees.
I'm like, oh my god, I've realized now since COVID, I am now an old person because I'm like, I don't want to go to the movies at 8 o'clock at night. That's too late. I wanna
It's
be in
dark
bed.
out.
Well, it'll be dark for the matinee.
Yeah.
It's like dark by 5 o'clock now.
Twin silk wedge cap. What the heck is
Oh,
that?
well, so you open the loot from this person.
We have loot?
I guess so. I don't know. I had Eggo stream up and he was doing something, and I was like, oh. Didn't
Yeah,
know
there's
we
a
do stuff.
person here, the expedition.
Oh, I praise a piece of a cursed hoard.
Yes, I said 4 of them.
Oh, that's the bronze trim sacks. Me too. I have 4 too.
Yeah.
Conducting appraisals.
You know, the one thing I don't like about this
What
game.
did I
got a
get?
mini.
Survival shirt.
I got a Unicult.
A what?
Unicult?
That's
Oh, I've seen those. They're cute.
Weird.
Item has to be determined. What? None other than, what did I get? Magic Prism. I don't know what these do. Conducting appraisals. Working. The item has determined to be none other than a unit of Palace of the Dead something. I can't read that fast. Palace of the Dead flooring. Ooh.
It's like, you should get a house.
I'm going to... I gotta save up my money again because I bought that gear. But I'm back up to 2 mil.
Oh, that's not bad.
What did I
no
get?
idea what I'm at.
I got a Gradanian Sparkler.
Ooh.
Can I use that?
I would assume so.
Ooh. Oh, God. Run away.
Now you are a sparkler.
Here, I'll use mine too. Use. Boink. Mine's also green. Woo.
Party.
Oh, I didn't get a sparkler. I just
Me
got some
neither.
mini little fireworks.
At least you got fireworks. They don't last long.
No. It was a very short party.
Yeah.
That wasn't too bad. We got a good amount of experience. I still think doing the roulettes give more overall, but I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing
Palace
is, you can only, like, doing evolving roulette and the dailies and that, you only get that big bonus once.
Yeah.
After that, you can just hop into the Dead Palace.
Yeah. I think where I think it would really be useful is trying some of the other ones. Like, oh yeah, I want to play Marauder, and I'm only up to 16, and it took me like an hour and a half. Or you could spend like 10 minutes in there and actually unlock all your skills.
Mm-hmm. For a second, I'm like, oh, the cats are really quiet. I wonder where they are. Pineapple's sleeping in the crack in the couch.
That sounds about right, yeah.
And she likes this one. She only ever sleeps in the crack between the cushions on Eggo's side of the couch.
Oh.
She won't.
Yeah.
She doesn't sleep on the other side of the couch. And that side has a heating blanket.
She's weird.
I don't know. Marco likes the heating blanket though. He likes it a lot. AC unit. Oops. I guess plan this one. Oh wait, cancel. I need to put a big thing down. Place the unit. Boost. This one. No, why won't you let me? Guess we're doing a giant Psycho Kitty.
Guess
All
you
right.
say.
Est-ce que c'est?
I'm gonna head out. Have a good night, guys.
Alright,
Have a
later,
good
God.
one, man.
Thanks for coming back.
Have a good night.
Bye.
I'm gonna...
That's what I'm wearing.
What?
What you're wearing.
Oh,
It's
twinsies.
the level 60.
I know.
Poetic
That's
stuff.
why I'm wearing it.
I'm actually gonna grab, I think I have enough for another piece or two.
Although you're wearing different pants.
Yeah, I'm wearing old pants.
Yep.
It's level 50 stuff.
It's still the best stuff I have though.
Well, looks like I had full scholar, I think full scholar.
I had full both because I had a lot. No.
Yeah, apparently I've got full scholar, and I started buying some of the black mage stuff, but didn't actually have all the summoner stuff. So, might as well finish off with
Disappointed, Eggo.
Why?
Should have made a quiche. Should have made a quiche for dinner. That would have been good. I bought ham.
Never
Made a
too
ham
late.
quiche. No, they take like an hour to cook.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, you'd be tired by then. Or
Yeah.
very hungry.
Well, or I'd eat a lot of quiche right before bed and then have a stomach ache.
Yeah, that probably also wouldn't be a good idea.
Oh, I always eat too much of it, but it's so good. I do a crustless quiche, so it's got a cheese crust,
Ooh.
and I like the crispy, puffy cheese parts.
Well, that sounds delicious.
Yes, it's one of my relatively cheap staple foods. I mean, everybody's got like these recipes that are like, I don't got much, but I got this.
I don't got much. That's literally at the end of it. I got nothing.
Well, I mean, some of the other stuff. I don't do the tuna casserole anymore because you don't like tuna or casserole.
Oh, well.
Let alone, I love the tuna casserole. It's so good.
Tuna's like the
Maybe
only
I'll
thing
make
out of
that
the sea I don't like.
I don't think it would taste good with salmon.
Probably not, no.
Not a big fan of canned salmon.
Since he's gone, did you guys want to do the 50, 60, 70 dungeon?
Sure.
Sure. Just give me 1 second.
Did either of you want to play a tank?
There's no point in me bringing my Dark Knight, and I have not played the other one at all.
Okay. We should be able to gear up, for me, queue up pretty quickly with healer and shoot.
I know. That's not my problem with it. My problem is the bad tanks.
Well, I will have to deal with it if I'm healing.
Well, yeah, I'm not healing this time, so it should be okay. They can be mean to you. I just don't want them to be mean to me. I will be upset. Oh, I figured it out, Eggo. You know, I've been
What?
saying, like the pop's been upsetting my stomach a lot lately.
Mm-hmm.
It's the carbonation. Because if I pour it in a glass, it's fine. But if I drink it out of the bottle, I can't drink it.
Weird.
Hmm.
Or you could just have a caffeine pill, get the same thing out of it.
I
minus the
did.
sugar.
I
See?
did have a caffeine pill, but I also like pop.
Mm.
Like if I just don't feel like drinking water right now, and I want something
You drink
else.
flat pop.
It's not. It doesn't have to be like completely flat, but it's the same way how I like fountain pop better than bottled pop to begin with, because fountain pop's not as bubbly.
Right.
You said we're doing the 50, 60, 70?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let me see. I bring a level 50 character. What am I allowed to? Oh, we got tons of stuff we can do. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Can I bring my red mage?
Sure.
Yep. Bring
Great.
whoever you like.
I'm healing, so anything except the healer.
Great. I'm good to go.
You good, Asha?
Yep. Comments.
Oh, we had to wait 2 seconds. Unacceptable.
Far too long. I demand a
Unacceptable.
refund.
Oh,
Oh, you placed an epic rogue?
I did. Oh, well, I had 60 thingies,
That makes sense then.
so I might as well place something. Oh, I should place something else. Place.
Grinding
my
food I want
favorite.
to get rid of.
Oh, I want this one
No,
out.
let's use this one.
Is this the hard mode one?
Nah, yes, it is. It says at the side.
Oh, it does. Look at that. I haven't done this one in hard
Oh
mode.
man, this guy's doing a full pull,
Long
isn't
time.
he?
Looks like it.
Dude, you're gonna die. What a dumbass.
They
You-
always do that. I died. Oh, I hate when they try to do these wall-to-wall pulls. Like,
And
why?
Because he didn't pop any of his cooldowns. Not even a single one of them. Well, I'm bringing them all back.
Well, now they do. He's not gonna do anything again.
Cool, I must chill back here then. So I have no mana, so.
Yeah, I told you, bad tanks.
Yeah, see, they don't realize. It's like, yeah, I literally popped all of my cooldowns to try to heal you, and it didn't fucking happen. You know why? Because you're squishy as shit, motherfucker. It's like, yeah, it's not a me problem. Fucking asshole.
Did he say it was your problem? Because I'm responding in with, like,
Yeah.
no mana. Just gotta wait for them to leave to...
Yeah.
There they left.
Yeah. Like, how do you know the person you're playing with is a dumbass? Well... Like, yeah, that's not how scholars work.
They're not a main healer, so it's like...
Yeah. And that's a clear sign that he just wasn't fucking paying attention.
And then he runs off without everybody again.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not popping anything.
It's a mentor.
Like, I don't even have my fucking fairy out yet. Because I have, like, no mana.
The curse of the bad tank.
See, it makes me feel good that I'm not a bad tank. Because I don't have this problem.
Yeah, no, this person just sucks balls. It's like, alright, how does a scholar hear? Well, they put shields on people. Cool, cool. So I have to put it on you before you pull shut, right? Yep. Cool, so I'm gonna pull everything right now. What? Wait.
Right, now I can get my summon out too. I just don't understand the need to speedrun everything.
That's what they want to do, I suppose.
Well, at least I'm the leader, so if he does keep this shit up, we can kick him. And
Well,
I
I'm gonna
will gladly
start...
do that.
And it's not every tank. I think we've had bad luck lately. And I've got this
It's
watch
definitely
wyvern on
been
me.
increasing. Yeah.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I know.
Oh dear.
Well, like I said, I'm gonna pick up some of the other tank classes. Because I like tanking. I don't mind tanking. It's just that because my Dark Light's fully leveled, there's no point in bringing them in here.
Yeah. It's because I'm gonna start the
Dark Knight?
Shadowbringers. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time like remembering the name of that. But I know
Stormblood, Shadowringers, they're both SB names.
I know. They got
And
the
it's
same
confusing.
cadence to it. But I know I'm gonna hit 80 on my Dragoon and my Astrologian, so it's like, well, I can't bring them everywhere I go because I know I'm gonna max.
Yeah.
Well, and there's no point, like, it's honestly better to, like, do the main story with someone that needs the experience that's at that level. Because it's just, it's so much experience.
Or at least accept the quests, or like the finishing part
Yeah.
on the...
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done that where it's like, do it switch to my Dark Knight, kill everything, and then go turn it in with the other one. Some stuff doesn't let you do that though. They're like, no, you picked it up with this class, you gotta do it with this class.
Yeah, those are the ones where they say that they're in sync.
Yeah.
I like don't have a healing spell.
I think you get one, but I don't remember what level. But you only have one.
That's fine. One is fine. I just want it. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Yeah, see, this whole mentor system is bullshit. Like, you shouldn't
Yeah.
be a mentor. Fuck, you shouldn't even be allowed to be a tank, motherfucker.
I think that's a pretty what's it called? Pretty valid criticism because it's
Yeah.
I just because it's not like they're saying, oh, in this, like I noticed there's a sprout here. Maybe they haven't done this before. I could do something that's
No.
extremely high end leveling and confuse the fuck out of them. Perfect. No, they're just grinding to get that mount.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care.
They should have a thing where people get complaints about them for like doing things like wall-to-wall pulls or being assholes to people. They should lose their mentorship
Well,
and have to start over.
it's a reason why so much of the community literally doesn't get the mentor tag for just that reason. Because they don't want to be part of that group.
That's have a mentor chat. That's the last thing I want to be part of.
Right? He's probably gonna die, and I'm literally spamming everything.
I'm spamming my physics as well to just try to. And he's not popping his cooldowns. Like if he's losing that much. Like he shouldn't need 2 healers.
Yeah, if he does a wall to wall again, I'm kicking him. Like I'm, it's not a maybe. I'm fucking kicking his ass. Because yeah, I had almost no mana left, and it was literally all of us trying to keep this fucker alive. Like I had no more cooldowns left to do, and I could not do anything else.
Bertha. Ow. That genuinely scared the shit out of me.
Really?
It did.
Wow.
It comes so fast.
Here, let me pull them since he's not picking them up. See, I really wish there was a downvote button. Like the opposite of a commendation.
Well, I feel like that would get abused way too easily.
I think it'd be just though.
Oh, I remember this part.
Like if you're a mentor and you get +1 but -2, you end up with -1. It's like, I'm sorry, you need to suck less. And what
Do you
people
not
are
have to
doing.
run into the middle to start it?
I don't know.
There, I started it. And it's the chew is the one we do when he's doing this, right?
Yes.
I keep clicking on the boss, and it keeps taking me out of the.
Weird.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Somebody on the cannon to hit.
I think so. There's a.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I might have got it. I don't know.
Well, I'm just gonna run in and see if I can get this thing off me.
I just can't get out of this cannon. There we go.
I'm grabbing your cannon.
Okay, fine.
I think I'm gonna die. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to get Asha up, but she's on the cannon and it's not letting me.
I'm off the cannon now. I can heal myself
Okay,
though.
yeah, but I'm way over on the other side now.
No, I know. I'm healing myself.
Thank you. Yay, there we go.
Yay. Well, at least that went pretty good.
That one's not hard though.
Well, the first time we did it, it was.
Because we had no idea what we were doing.
Took me a sec to figure out what I was doing in that one too.
It's like, hold on, what the? Oh, just shoot cannons? Okay, yeah. Dude! Fucking get back in the bubble, motherfucker!
Nope, and they're dead. Why? Why do they have to do this? Eggo's getting sassy now. Shit, it's after me already.
Okay, I should probably take the shortcut.
You want to kick him?
I'm not healing him.
Why don't we just kick him then?
I'm not seeing the option to kick him.
I think it's because we're in combat.
Don't forget to click on him and click on report.
Can do.
Oh, well, he left. I can't click. Or, okay, can I click on him here?
You can click on him in the chat.
What am I reporting? Just report
only-
RMT activity?
Yep.
What's RMT?
Doesn't matter.
I think leaving a duty is a bannable offense.
Well, when he called it out like that, yeah. Like, you can't be like, oh yeah, it's just a garbage healer. It's like, no, you suck, bro.
Just gotta read a room.
And this guy's doing this.
Well, they're popping
Well-
their skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no fairy out. So we keep fucking dying.
Oh,
We are still gonna die.
Well, I think part of it was like, I told him we can't do wall-to-wall pull, so we'll see how this guy takes
Yeah.
it.
well, that wasn't just like one group. That was like multiple.
And he's like, oh, okay. Usually when you tell them we can't do a wall-to-wall pull, they're fine with it.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, okay. And now he'll be fine, and he'll
Hopefully.
not do that.
Well, the thing is like, yeah, we kept wiping, so I don't even have my fairy out here. Let me just spam my only heal that I have.
Yeah.
Okay,
Be
that's
like,
up, that's up.
Do you
that's
need a
up.
minute to get your mana back?
Yeah. I'll be fine. I'll just pop my thing.
Yeah. And he just said, don't worry, I'll pull smaller.
Yeah.
Probably just a person that's not a 13-year-old boy.
Pretty much. It's fine. I hope that other dude gets banned. I've seen people be banned for significantly less.
Hope he gets grounded.
Right?
Well, I mean, if we had kids and I ever caught my kid being a douche in game, I'd be like, oh, you're getting smacked.
Yeah.
Oh,
Be like, we're gonna log on and player kill you and embarrass you when you get killed by your mom.
Oh, fuck. I would do way more than that. I'd go on and just delete his gear. Like, I'm not going to delete your character. I get you put effort into that. But you're starting from the ground up, you little bitch. Like, I ain't giving you nothing.
no poetic gear for a week.
Well, and I think that's the thing, right? When I see parents go on and delete the character, I'm like, that's hundreds of hours of work. The gear, though, you can get the gear back without that much difficulty.
I don't know.
Like-
It depends. Depends on how bad it was.
Yes, it depends on
they
what
were-
they did.
If they were being really, like, really atrocious in game, and it'd be like, you're gonna act like a fucking noob, you can start like a noob.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and
Like-
that's why, like, that one that we saw where the mother shaved that girl's head. I'm like, she was 100% justified.
I don't
The-
know if I agree with that, because that's like your
Oh, I'm
personal
100%.
body.
Don't care. She was making fun of a girl with cancer.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying like that.
I'm
girl
like, I'm
deserves
sorry,
to be
wait, you're
punished.
making fun of a girl who lost her hair because she had cancer? Well, you're losing your hair because you're a little bitch. And I'm like, I'm sorry, that's... Nope. I feel that the punishment fits the crime. 100%. Like, what do you do? Oh, you're grounded for a week from your phone. That little girl's gonna have body images from now on, thanks to you, for something that she had absolutely no control over. No, she doesn't have hair, you don't have hair. And you know what? I hope somebody makes fun of you for it. I absolutely fucking hope you do. This
Right.
is not going.
I,
Like, what
I'd
do you think would
probably
fit the
have them
crime?
volunteer, like
Yeah.
a nursing home or something.
Maybe.
Some volunteer or like a couple option of punishments. Like you can shave your hair for charity. You can do these for charity, but like
Oh, giving them the option to donate to Locks of Love would be a great idea. Because then
yeah.
you're
But
kind of getting both.
I'm very huge on like body autonomy and consent, so I would not
Yeah, you'd
force
have to.
something on someone's body.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't force them to do it, but you would like say
Yeah,
like this is
like-
something people do for people who have, like, you know.
So these are your options.
Yeah.
Choose your own punishment style.
Like you're still getting
Yeah, I
punished.
disagree.
You just choose.
Well, it's a good thing
Choose
we
your
don't
own
have
adventure.
kids.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, I don't think the cats can do something so bad that we'd have to shave them.
No.
And
But I
we
mean,
don't live anywhere hot enough where we'd have to.
No, but I think that's it. It's like, okay, so you made fun of someone with cancer with no hair. So you need to do something that's cancer related with no hair. For shaving your head. I think, I don't know. It's as close as you can get to an eye for an eye.
Eye for eye
Okay.
doesn't work though.
No, but it could be like, oh, you have to, you know,
Why?
like you say, you know, you can volunteer at a nursing home. Yeah, but she wasn't making fun of an old person. She was making fun of somebody else her own
I mean,
age.
it could be
who
a
went
hospice.
Mm.
Like a hospice.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Where
still
you
not.
do have terminal cancer people there.
You do.
Yeah. Oh, you know that one might be a little too much.
Yeah, I don't know though. Like, think about like, the people that are like, were you made fun of for a physical disability? Which I guess being bald, not having the choice, is technically one of those during high school or middle school. And how did that affect you as a kid? I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people that's like, yeah, it severely affected me. Obviously, having cancer would as well, but I mean, making fun of a physical deformity like that. Even
Yeah.
talk about people
Well,
that had like pimples or something, right? As a kid, the people,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I grew up with pizza face. Like, yeah, that's gonna leave a scar.
But that kind of like social shaming punishment for kids can also be super damaging and doesn't necessarily benefit the people they're hurting.
Yeah, I mean, it probably didn't make the girl with cancer feel any better. But you know what? I'm sure the other person, it stopped them in their tracks. They probably won't make fun of somebody again to that level.
Yeah.
And I think that
Or they'll
that's
double
what it's-
down on it.
Yeah.
Or
Because they
you
might resent
fuck-
them.
Hey, you know what? That's fine. You can resent your parents, but I'd say they did the
No,
right thing.
they'll resent the kid with cancer.
Because
Because that's what bullies do sometimes. They can't go after whoever it is that they're angry with in their life, like their parents. So they go after
Yeah.
other people.
Yeah, but that's when you take it to the next step.
But again, we don't have kids. So you never have to decide that for anybody.
Which is really good, because it's like, hold on, you what? You beat somebody up? Great, I'm literally going to the cops, and they are charging you with assault. Like, I wouldn't play this shit. That's why I never understood. It's like, oh yeah, my kid beat up your kid. Well, let's get them to shake hands and hope it's all well.
Give the tank accommodation before he leaves.
I am. And nope, he left.
Now I'm gonna leave before I get the pants. Bye.
No.
I got a commendation.
Oh
So
yeah.
clearly he didn't think I was awful. So yeah,
No, like,
this healer is so much
there's-
harder to play than
There's
like
no
Mage.
reason to have to do wall-to-wall polls. Yeah, they can be fun when you can do them, but you don't do them in pug groups, especially if you're like, you're a solo tank. Like, why?
Well, exactly. Like this whole class is usually a secondary tank, and it's I'm gonna put a shield down, you stand in it. I'm gonna put a shield on you, you take it. That's literally how it is. It's not a reactionary healer. It's a proactive healer. So him pulling wall to wall that doesn't work unless I'm like, all right, I'm gonna drop these shield here. You pull them and run back into my shield. Nah, you just pulled it and literally ran the fuck out of the shield. That's the opposite of what you're going to do. That's why I called him out. I'm like, that's cool.
Hi, Marco.
Don't stand on it. When he stopped for a second, I put the shield down on him. And then he started running again and literally stopped right outside the shield.
Eggo,
What?
I need you to take a breath. You're starting to get really loud and really fast.
Okay.
And I can't handle that energy level right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well,
This is why we're married.
Yeah, that was some good communicating right there.
I
Like,
know.
stop. It's like, okay. Yeah. No, it is weird. I definitely wouldn't want to main heal Scholar at all.
Yeah, you know, I don't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed Astra.
I have to level them up.
Fine. I mean, it's like I said, it's especially fine when like see, and that's why I think why I like being the tank, because I can control the flow of the dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to consider myself to be a considerate person. So like I'm checking like, can the DPS keep up? Are other people besides me taking too much damage? Is my health constantly falling below 50%? Because if those things are happening, I slow the F down.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know, I'm just like not in a hurry to have to like rush through every single dungeon.
Well, and that's just it. It's not necessarily faster. If you do a full pull and then your healer has to sit there and just spam their biggest heal over and over and over again, they're not doing any damage.
I like the rule that the tank goes at a normal pace and the healer can pull extra mobs if they want, or the healer can tell the tank that they can go a bit faster if they want.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about that communicating.
Yeah, and it's a bit different if you're like, yep, you can only pull one mob at a time versus 2 mobs is usually fine. But it's like, okay, well, you got to let me get at least ready. Even with the white mage, it's like, let me put some heal over times on you and then maybe stun the mob so that they're not just hammering you in the face.
Are we going to do the trial next?
Yeah, we can do the trial. That'll probably end it a bit early there today. I'm still tired from this weekend.
I'm probably going to do either breakfast wraps or westerns again. I like westerns.
Okay.
They're
yeah,
delicious.
my mouth is still a bit sore, so I don't want anything spicy. Even the tomato sauce is spicy.
Tomatoes? What? Like on the pizza?
Yeah.
What tomato sauce?
I thought you were
Just
talking about
regular
ketchup.
Domino's tomato sauce. Like,
What did you think we were talking about, Teague?
Ketchup.
Oh, Eggo probably does the ketchup spicy. He doesn't eat ketchup.
No, I just think it's disgusting.
Gotta mix it with some mayonnaise. Hold on.
Oh,
That's probably me. Hold on.
okay.
I do like salsa on my breakfast wraps.
Okay, go ahead.
I wish I had some extra stuff. Like, I don't have a lot of stuff right now because like peppers and salsa and some like bacon or sausage are good in breakfast wraps. Oh, I'm really hungry. I want breakfast. I think that's just it.
Well, we'll do the trial and then be done then.
So what would you rather have? Would you rather have like a western? Oh, look. We never get Leviathan for this. Oh my god, we're gonna have to do it properly. And it's on hard. Well, we normally do. Oh no, we do it on extreme, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, extreme for the drops. I don't know what it's like on hard, actually.
Easier.
I don't know either. Well, but we're not unsynced, so I doubt it's actually gonna be easier.
I guess we'll find out.
Mm-hmm. Can you fall off the boat at this level?
I don't
think so.
You can.
No?
Well, not right now. The things are still up.
Well, I'm gonna treat it as if it's on extreme. And then if it ends up I just don't have to do those mechanics, then we'll be fine.
Oh, wait, I gotta do the tail. I think mine count as ranged, right? I don't know. Because I usually do this on my bard.
I know, I'm hitting the head.
Because the tail... No, maybe, I don't know. I always forget, one of them reflects ranged.
The head reflects ranged.
But I don't know if I count as ranged.
Well, when in doubt, hit the tail.
Reflect damage dealt by magic attacks.
Which one? The
The
tail?
tail.
Okay, so I gotta attack the head.
Yes. Can confirm.
Yeah, I almost died the first time I did it because I didn't realize about it reflects like certain attacks until someone was like, "Attack the tail, please." And I'm like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "Thanks." I'm like, I know what I'm doing.
Sort of.
Nope, not that one. This one. He's already like halfway, and this is the first time he's like done this. We're gonna lose or sighting. Nope, I don't think so. Maybe. No. Battle music.
So close.
Wow, this is so easy by comparison.
Oh.
Wait, did
That
we not
wobble
kill him?
kind of like.
Oh my god, I think he's 1%
Nope.
left.
Ugh.
That wobble was weird.
Yeah, 0.6% left and he came back. Like, wow.
Like
really?
one more hit.
Literally one.
Woo.
Five
Do
alive,
do
man.
do. Okay.
Did we even get loot?
Nope.
No. No loot, just XP.
Bleh.
Yep.
Oh my god. No,
Well, I think normally when
it's
you
a
do.
win.
Hey, Wim.
It goes bad, man. I am horrible. Worst healer ever. How's it going? 19 months. Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to make like a 20-month thing or something. Run out of things to say. It's been so many months. Yeah, dude, it's like we're very, very close to 2 years at this point. Like I don't even know.
Mm.
I wonder every time you subscribe, why the hell is he still here?
No. Teleport. Oh, I'm gonna pop over to the gold saucer.
Oh, right, for the daily stuff. Probably do that.
Gotta get your crackpot ticket. I almost said crackpot ticket. Well,
Crackpot.
that kind of works too.
It might be.
The
You
crackpot.
Gotta get that ticket, man. Man, just twitching.
Hmm
Gotta get that 10.
Well, and it's a sanctuary, so you can log out there and get your like rested bonus.
Mm,
I'm actually disappointed you don't actually have to go to the hotels because I kept going to like the inn room,
Yeah.
but you just have
yeah,
to be in a sanctuary.
which is disappointing.
Like, no, you only are well rested if you go to bed.
I think they changed that somewhere along the line because I.
Yeah, I
It's
think
weird-
it used to be.
It's weird because like every time I like go to like look up information, I always get like this like weird third party like it's like the. I just wish the wiki was like the Guild Wars wiki. It's just so. bad.
10,000.
Whoa. Big money, big money.
I did not get 10,000. Yes, I do want to play again.
That's so lucky, man.
I won't get it on this one. Let's go. This 306. That could be worse.
Oh my god, my ticket's stuck.
It happens. Some days they're good, some days they're absolutely freaking horrendous. Some days both.
Trasharooski.
Yeah, yeah, I can deal.
I got more money than I put in. That's all that matters, right?
You always do. It literally costs you 10, and the lowest you can win is what, 36?
Like,
And you-
I don't know if that's the best casino ever or the worst casino ever.
Oh, it's clearly the worst.
Hard to say.
Just depends on your perspective.
Best casino ever. You can always win. It's like, yeah, but do they make any money? No. They definitely do not.
Well, you're not using money. You're using their money.
That is true. But their money is only good for their money. But how do they make a profit? Kind of
Well, you
ads.
have to buy their
The
money.
front, it's a front for like money laundering.
You know what? That would not surprise me at all. Not even in the least. Honestly, they're probably using your personal data and just selling it for advertisers.
Yeah.
Like,
You gotta get a VPN.
right?
Mm-hmm.
With NordVPN, it is
Oh my god, if I hear that one more time.
Oh, for a while there, every time we heard the Raid Shadow Legend ads, we'd like freak out.
like, no!
Well, and people would always have them as part of their videos, so it's not like you could skip it.
Oh, part of the video. That was the worst thing to ever happen. People started putting the ads in the videos, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, like the sponsors
It makes
segment.
sense if it's something to do with them. Like, a lot of the Linus ones, they're advertising stuff like Glasswire, where it's like, do you want a tool to monitor your network activity? You're probably a nerd. You're watching a Linus Tech Tips video. That makes sense. But like, when Google was doing Raid Shadow Legends, I'm like, dude, you're a freaking cooking channel. Why are you advertising mobile games? Like, oh, man, no. Just, no. You shouldn't be.
Pain
that.
and suffering.
It is. Raid clearly put a lot of money into a lot of people's pockets. And not once did they ever ask me
Oh my
to do
God.
it.
Apparently, there's a Christina Aguilera Nintendo Switch ad.
I'm not surprised. He's like, look, I'm alive. Like, what?
Yeah, right. Didn't she have she had a couple kids. I think she took some time off.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, something like that. But she was never as much like in the crazy like spotlight like Britney Spears was. She was
For a
always a lot more
short
low
period
key.
of time there, she was like the cheapo version of Britney Spears.
I always liked Christina Aguilera better.
Yeah. I think there was a couple things there.
She
forgot what I
sings
was
like
gonna
she's
say.
screaming at you.
Hmm.
I like it, but she's screaming at me.
What was it I liked? It was like her song was like Candyman because it's kind of like
Oh
Swing
yeah,
Andrew's
it's
sister
Candy.
ones. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, she screams at you in that one too.
Mm-hmm.
She's like the pop version of frickin' screen metal.
Basically.
Like, everyone's got a taste.
Mm.
And I'm sure she made enough money to justify it too, so I'm not even gonna judge her.
Right? It's like a Black Sabbath.
Well-
bodies, like Freaky Friday with Marilyn Monroe. Super weird.
I don't think she's ever needed a like reality TV show like Jessica Simpson.
No.
No, well, I think that's it. Like, and that's why I'm always surprised. I'm like, hold on, you made how much money? And you still
can't I
think you
stand on
need
these
to keep
tables?
working?
Rude.
You can't stand on the tables.
No.
Poor Shay.
Where is it in the Crystallarium in the cafe area? I like to jump table to table. I just go around and jump table to table.
Just because you
It's
can.
fun. Yeah.
It's fun.
Oh, we saw a video and we're like, oh my god, could you imagine if Cross found out about this? Because with the it's the apartments, right? Yeah, with the apartments, you can glitch through the apartment into like a negative space, and people build like jumping puzzles in there.
Oh.
It's essentially infinite. It was the same video that had the ghost girl in it.
Don't want the ghost girl.
You should link that video.
Yeah, well, I'm in a fight right
Just
now,
in
but
case.
I will throw it in Discord. But yeah,
What
it
you
was
fighting?
like something iceberg, a Hulk dweller. It was like iceberg. It's like, yeah, here's some, random facts.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it was like, oh,
Let me see if I can find it.
well, it should be in my history.
Well, I can't look up your history.
Well, that's why I said it'd probably be easier for you.
There's a couple videos here, so I'll let you find the one you were looking at.
It was. Where the heck did Discord? That one. Posted in the on-stream discussions.
Ooh.
I will post it in the actual stream as well. But yeah,
Double check that.
I like those kind of, random facts ones. You're like, is that? Oh yeah, sure, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, the
Yeah,
ghost girl
kinda
one where
watch.
they're like, she randomly watches you. I'm like, you what?
Don't
I've
like that.
never seen it. I was disappointed we didn't get to do that one during the Extra Life.
Yeah, I end up doing that without you.
I know. I couldn't stay up. It wasn't worth me being sick for days.
I will be tired probably through the end of the week.
Oh.
But I made it through all of A Realm Reborn, which was awesome.
Yay.
I don't know. I thought I had an appointment booked.
What?
Oh, my appointment to get my blood work done.
Do you know?
Apparently not.
Uh-oh.
Did I not? I thought I confirmed it. Let me check my email in case it did something weird.
That would be quite unfortunate.
I mean, I'll just book another appointment to go get it done.
Emergency tactics. Transfers galvanized and crystallized statuses and HP recovering equivalent to the amount of damage. Oh, that's cool. So I got a spell where I can turn my shield basically into raw healing.
Ooh. That's fun.
Recast 15 seconds. That might help because a lot of them it's like put a shield on, but they're already low. It's like, oh yeah, but it'd be better if they were higher.
I'm just gonna call them tomorrow because I have an email saying that my appointment for tomorrow has been confirmed for 3:50, but it's not showing up on their webpage.
Maybe they're having some kind of weird internal issue.
I don't know.
Weird.
I miss my old clinic because it made it super easy. Because they had it like right in the doctor's office. So you didn't like need to get the paper or anything. They just sent it to the front and they put it to the person. So you just go out and sit and then do it right away.
I like that.
But I'll call in the morning because honestly, I usually book these ones like first thing in the morning since I can't eat.
Well, yeah, it'd be much easier for you because just eat out.
If I can't eat, I'd rather be sleeping.
Right.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, so. But I'll call in the morning. Figure it out. Do. That's not the one I was looking for. This one.
Is this I think this might be the level 60 Fast West.
God's almost done the Realm Reborn.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's
blazing
trucking
through
through.
it.
Yeah. Well, he said he was at the 43 quest. So he's got the Howling Eye next, and then I forget what Cape Westwind was. Cape Westwind, and then it's
That
the
was the
Castro
super
Meridium
easy
and
one
the
where the guy just comes running down the hill.
right.
It's the one that everyone's like, it's so hard, don't worry. It's like, no, it ain't.
Which one?
Cape
Uh,
Westwind.
Yeah, the trial where you basically go into it and there's one guy that runs at you and you fight him off, and it adds spawn when he's basically dead. And everyone's like, hold on, this one's a hard one. It's literally tank and spank. There's not even like stuff you need to move out of for the most part.
Yeah, it's was it like the head bad guy for the first part, and he's got his like minions. It's the guy with the big hammer.
Oh, that guy? Oh,
Yeah.
it's like the most annoying character.
It's like the first time you fight him.
That's a hard. Oh,
No, that's what it's like. It's a hard one, and it's yeah, it's literally just trolling the Sparks.
yeah, because I don't remember having too much trouble with that. I remember.
It's not. It's literally if you have one healer, one tank, you can solo that or duo that. Like that's how difficult it is.
Mm-hmm.
I just did it on Dragoon, but you know, I don't have any skills that lock me in place, so I can easily get out of the way of anything. And then since I'm like right in front of it, like all the big telegraphs are like, well, one step, here I am, out of
Like
the way.
and out of the way, and back.
Thorn March. Which one's Thorn March?
Well, and
like
it's
I don't
why-
even remember some of these.
No,
Oh, yes, you're fighting the Moogles.
which is it the Moogle whatever one with the king?
Yeah. Good
That
King Moogle Mog.
That one's fun,
Look at that chubby mount you got.
right? Is it not awesome or what?
What one?
Fantastic.
Oh, you got the fat chocobo?
Yeah, it was the
Is that the one you
collector's-
said where when you're like riding them on the ground, you're dangling carrot?
Looks
Or
like
no, it's not a carrot. It's cabbage. So it's
Cabbage.
cabbage when
It's
you're
probably
running.
the geisha greens.
Yes, or cake when you're in the air.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got 2 sticks there.
Yep. It's cake when you're flying, or the geisha greens or cabbage when you're.
He
on the
needs
ground.
some extra motivation.
It's
that's
exactly what
awesome.
it is, right? Yeah, I think it was from the collectors for the Realm Reborn. I just bought them all when they were 50% off for the upgrade.
That's smart.
Yeah, I'm like, should I? I'm like, should I not? I'm like, of course
I've been
I
playing
should.
it a lot. You might as well, right?
Yeah. I'm like, I'll use them probably, maybe. It's at the end.
Well, I didn't realize that. That
What?
the Keeper of the Lake was technically an in-between dungeon. It's not part of Heavensward.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's an in-between.
I always thought
Keeper
that
of the lake.
the
Yeah.
Mika and Summer. When you fight the 2 dragons.
Oh.
It just
That
all
was a
blurs
fun
together
fight.
after a while. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot that just blurs. Like, I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. Like, we made it through 16 fractals in like what, an hour and a half, 2 hours. We made it through 31 dungeons in the remaining 20 whatever hours. Because wait, I did 26 minus an hour. We're at 25. Minus the 2, we're at 22. So 22 hours. We made it through 31 dungeons. Versus 16 fractals in 2 hours.
Well, fractals aren't dungeons, though.
They're kind of the closest equivalent we have other than dungeons themselves.
I mean, fractals are definitely easier. I would say... I don't know.
Lengthwise,
I mean,
it's about 2 to 1
fractals are a
for
little bit
fractals.
longer than doing the, like I mean, they're raids, but not the raids, because like the different levels of Coil of Behemoth or Alexander and stuff, because those are pretty easy and very quick.
But there's multiple fights in Fractals.
I know.
So that's why I was saying they're more closer to a dungeon than they would be like a trial. But even if we do like a 2-to-1 comparison, say we can do 2 Fractals for the length of dungeon, we're still not even close. Like the dungeons are still so much longer.
It depends on the dungeon.
All right.
I mean, in some of the higher level fractals take a lot longer.
Yeah, it depends on the group. I mean, we didn't even make it that far when we were doing it. So I'll have to keep the Fractals for another time.
I'm gonna log out so I can make some food.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do this one and then I'm gonna end it.
Okay. Eggo, did you want a wrap or a sandwich?
What are you making yourself?
I haven't decided. But there's no difference between me making a wrap versus making a sandwich. I've got bread and I've got wraps.
Let's go with a wrap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Have a good night, Teague.
Have a good one. Good luck with getting your appointment.
Yeah. They'll let me in. It's not like I have to pay for it.
Yeah,
Free
you'll be fine.
healthcare. Alright, Nate.
Yay.
Like guys on this? Okay.
Oh, I hate when they make you do that.
Yeah, well, it's always weird. I'm like, I'm a healer. They're like, cool, go kill this. Like, sorry, what?
With what? How?
Like, yeah, I got 2 damaging spells. I guess I'll use those. I think I need to watch some videos on Scholar, though, because I'm sure there's probably something that I'm overlooking. Because even like that second tank was... There was parts where I'm like, why is he so low? What do I do? What's my emergency button? It's like, I don't have one.
Yeah, you're very like a middle of the road class. Like you're not really good at anything, but you're not bad at anything either.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. Like, with the white mage, if I throw a hot on you, which has no cast time, I can mostly just keep you up with my off cooldown at this point. But that's not even close for this one. This one is just not. This one's okay. I gotta throw shield on you. Cool. Shields are gonna work half as good as healing stuff. It's like, oh, well, what?
I think it's definitely one of those classes that like comes into its own in the later levels.
Yeah, well, and like I was looking at the numbers, because realistically, like even Sakura is 180 potency, and it puts shields on them, and puts shields on them equal to plus that healing, because it heals them and does shields. So it does equal out to the same amount, just not as much as a raw heal would do. So, and that's why it's a bit weird. I'm sure there's a good way to play it, but it's just really awkward.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. A little awkward.
So, yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I've got an Astrologian, but I've literally just did the main quest to unlock it, and that's where I stopped it. But I'd be interested to see how it plays there as well. Like, if this one's a totally proactive healer, you know, is the other one. Or this one's proactive, whereas one's mostly reactive. But I don't know if Astrologian where it falls in that scale.
It can be either or depending on which card set you pick.
I haven't even looked at what card sets are.
Yeah. So like they do a pretty good job of like explaining it through the story quest, but one makes you into a scourge, the other makes you into a druid, essentially.
Okay.
So
You can just choose which is right for the type of fights you're going to be going into.
yeah. So like if it's a light party, I'll always pick the set that lets you that's the druid set essentially. That lets you apply regeneration onto all your abilities. But if it's a larger party, I use the one that lets you do the shielding, because the other healer can always make up for the loss of healing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I see a lot of Astros running around. Significantly more than Scholar.
It's fun. It's a fun class.
Well, I usually play healing classes because they're usually easier, at least for me. Like I like managing the bars, but when it's like, this does not work.
Oh, the managing the MP works really well on Astro. Like I very rarely run out of mana because every time you draw a card, you get a ton of mana.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't generally have an issue on the mage. This one's pretty much a mana battery, except for when I literally need to spam my biggest heals every time. It's like, no. Like either I'm doing something wrong or they're doing something wrong when I have to spam my heal that uses 1,000 MP. Just back to back to keep them even just a little bit alive. And it's usually them. So,
Always is. Why are you
monster.
taking so much damage? Please stop.
yeah, it's literally okay. Pop something. I need like 30 seconds to get something down that's not a direct heal. Like for the shield, it reduces 10% damage. If I can get that down, that's 10% less healing I have to do. But I can't do that when I need to just spam heal you, otherwise you're gonna go down before the time it will be done casting. Like we got a problem here, man.
It's actual pain and suffering sometimes.
It really is. Like even right now, it's like I can throw this down and sort of keep them alive.
Here.
What?
Over here. Look how much Marco likes.
Marco loves ham. He's not in frame though.
Oh,
Don't really give him some frame.
Sure. I could have done it, but I'm in a fight right now.
I know.
I will show the kittens doing ham as soon as I can get out of this fight.
You guys gotta wait. I won't leave the hand.
That is probably for the best.
In a second, okay?
I put ham right now.
I'll give you guys a little. Here.
Sorry,
No.
it's only at 61%. It'll be an extra minute. So.
Oh, it stuck to her fur!
What?
It's
What do you mean it's stuck to her fur?
stuck to Marco's butt, dude.
Oh, it's stuck to his butt! Marco, you got ham on your
That
butt!
shit confused me for a couple.
poor cat.
Duty failed. Okay, awesome.
Oh no.
We're sniffing for it. It's on his butt. Look, pineapple. Look. Pineapple. You can't find it on his butt.
Oh.
Marco's like, I could spell it. Where? It's on your butt, bro.
He's really struggling.
Here, let me grab it. It's still. It should be in frame. Pineapples, Marco! Your turn, pineapples! Like, I ain't gonna hit it out of here. Okay, let me... Actually, hold on. Let me hit this. Because it just popped. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-da-ba-doom, boom. That's it. No more ham. Unless he's still got butt ham. Marco really likes ham.
Oh,
He does still have butt ham.
jeez.
It's stuck on there pretty well. We'll find it or be very confused for a very long time.
Just let him be confused. It's funny.
Yeah. I'll figure it out. Maybe. Okay. Okay, let's see if this void sensor's in the same spot as last time. No. How are we doing on this one? 3 to 6? I think we got this. Maybe not. We're getting kind of close. Hey, there we go. Alright, and the winner goes to... Other Weird and Shrek the Pan. Alright, awesome. Well, we are done with that here. Let me see if I can finish this up. Now that I gotta redo it. I think it's this last one. Maybe not. Must be missing another one. Yeah. Oh, no.
That's a long duty.
Yeah, it's like, here, do all of this stuff and then go fight this guy. Like, yeah, we already know. But I need to keep these guys alive, which is why I think it failed last time.
And
I wish they'd actually put you in a party, though. It's a bit of a pain in the ass that they're not. Because it makes it much harder to heal them. So they can't actually see their life bars until I like click on them. Like, these guys are full. These, oh. I think I was also causing problems by standing up near them.
Oh yeah.
It's got plague purge on them. Oh, the bugs. Nice. Yeah, I found that with, I forget what it was. There was another one where the person kept dying, and it's because I was standing near them, so they would attack one of us, and we would both end up getting hit. And it's like, you could just like move the hell away. That'd be great.
Really, get out of here.
Yeah. What? How did I fail again?
Oh no. Somebody die?
No.
Oh. What a pain. It was such a long one too.
I don't even know what it is that caused it. Like, they didn't die. I think it said like something their tonberries. And then we just died.
Just change the difficulty setting. Just
I haven't done anything on easy yet. I'm not gonna start now. Just pull everything.
Well, sometimes with the healer and tank classes, it's a little bit harder because you have to rely on the AI to do the damage, or to survive and not stand in something that's gonna kill them.
But they weren't even
That's-
dead. Like, they were nearly full health on all of them. I think there was something that triggered it that caused it to fail.
Well, maybe you're not supposed to fight the thing at all. Maybe there's some other type of thing you're supposed to be doing.
I don't think so. Okay. No. I'll come get it in a minute.
You should get it while it's hot.
Yeah, it's fine. Cooler's probably better, to be honest with you. Those the spicy jelly beans totally freaking ruined my mouth.
Oh no.
Yeah. But it's incredibly uncomfortable to eat anything. That's why I said I couldn't eat the pizza. Because even the tomato sauce was just...
Really?
Yeah. At some point I gotta go back to the dentist. I really don't want to. Because it really sucks. Oh. Well, I found out like a couple months ago now. The back of my mouth was hurting a little bit. I'm like, that's weird. So I look and I brushed it a little bit and I'm like, wait, that's not something in my mouth. How the hell do I have a tooth poking through? Yeah.
Oh, like a wisdom tooth?
Apparently. So apparently I've got a wisdom tooth coming through, even though I had all of my teeth taken out back there.
Hmm.
So yeah, apparently I developed a new tooth.
Oh, that's odd.
Yeah, and it didn't come up, it came like that way. But there's no other teeth for it to hit, so it's not really pushing anything.
How odd.
It's super weird. But I'm like, well, as long as it's not causing problems, then it's fine. And I know that's exactly what a dentist would tell me as well.
Yeah, but it is causing problems. It's not supposed to be there. And you told me it took it out.
Yeah. That's... But the thing is, if it's just there and it's not causing a problem right now, it's fine. That's pretty much the way it goes. I mean, why take it out if it's just like sitting there minding its own business?
the appendix. It's not a problem until it's a problem, right?
Yeah, pretty much. This foul stuff, get it off me. Okay, is there anything on someone that I need to... Oh, I can dispel this, can I? That's not the right button to dispel stuff. That's probably what I didn't do.
Oh, they all have like some kind of weird doom thing on them.
Yeah, they got infected with a thing. That's probably what I wasn't doing. See, I can't even see the other smaller one here.
What a pain.
Right?
Well, it's almost dead now.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's totally what it was. And that's why I'm like, it would be a lot easier if they put it in your group so you could see that they had it instead of having to click, click, click. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
well.
painful.
Get back, it's trying to infect us. Go, go, healing power. I healed it to death.
Yeah, it's pretty much all the stories for healers.
Mhm. I stopped the curse of the Tonberry. Am I a Royal Marine now? Holy crap, do they all have extra? Oh, I gotta talk to all of them. Like, wait, do they all give me a new quest? Holy crap.
Oh, yeah.
But no, it's just
Jeez.
part of... That'd be so weird. Everyone's like, we got your back, we got your back, we got your back. Okay, cool. Which of you has my armor for completing the quest?
It's like, shut up, guys. Give me the thing.
I want to be done now. Thank you. Gearbox and spell. Bam. Dissipation. I think I still need to get the Black Mage to level 60 though in order to... Well, actually, I think I'm going to get 1 to 50 for a title, and then 60 is another title. All the titles.
All of them.
What was this patient? Orders your fairy away. Increases healing magic by 20%. Oh, I remember this. Oh, I saw something. I'm gonna throw it over here. Cool. Alright. Well, I'm gonna end it there. Alright. Thank you, T, for playing, Yod for playing, Asha for playing, Wim for watching. I don't think anyone else was watching. I'm gonna go eat food. I will see you on Wednesday. Maybe we'll see T there. I don't know if you're doing fractals or not.
Tomorrow, 50-50.
50-50? Alright. 50-50 you'll hear from T. Otherwise you will see just me doing fractals. Probably making fun of T. Bye!